I thought that was a very unique pick.
What's going on? Week 5. We're back. It's the
Whoa!
Picks podcast. Kyle, it's another great fall night. Y'all haven't got outside. Y'all gotta get outside because it's been beautiful these last like 7 days.
It's gonna be cold though. It's gonna be cold.
It's gonna get cold, but not yet. You
It'll
enjoy
be
it.
cold on Thursday night.
How cold is it supposed to be?
Like 40.
40. We're in New Jersey, by the way. That gives anybody some perspective. Yeah, 40 is pretty cold. I believe, Kyle, that I've seen it all now. I think I've officially seen it all after this week of football. There's just so much to talk about, including what I believe is the dumbest way to lose a football game that I've ever seen in my entire life. And yes, I'm referring to the Arizona Cardinals. They pulled off quite literally what I thought was impossible. They snatched defeat right out of the jaws of victory. We're going to discuss that and much, much more. We're going to talk some Eagles, some Bills. Those two teams are undefeated no more after week 5. We had the duel between Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. Great game, if you didn't catch that one. And we'll talk about the Ravens' continued struggles. And you might have noticed my jersey, the Prince, celebrating
The Prince who was promised.
a birthday victory last night over the 2-3, third place in the AFC West, Kansas City Chiefs. Put that on the list of shit I didn't think I'd say. And much more. But first, Kyle, we've got to start with this week in football. And there's a lot of stuff that happened this week in football. I guess let's go to Indianapolis on what I think was Saturday night. It was Friday night. Mark Sanchez. Apparently, everybody was prayers up for Mark Sanchez initially, but he was stabbed and arrested in Indianapolis. Another man listed as the victim in the police report told police that he was delivering food to Mr. Sanchez's house when Sanchez told him he needed to move and couldn't park where he was. That man told police that Sanchez started threatening him and following him and then attacked him. The man said he first tried pepper spraying Sanchez, but it didn't work. He said it was at that time that he'd started to defend himself with a knife. Police noted that the man had a significant injury on his face. Sanchez was not cooperative when police arrived at the scene. Sources also indicated that Sanchez was acting erratically and that he had started doing wind sprints in the alley before the stabbing occurred. He had to undergo a mandatory drug test. People said that he was belligerent and drunk. Just bizarre, right? Like, as if this man's story couldn't get any more odd. Like, now the butt fumble is only the second most embarrassing thing to ever happen to this guy. Oh man. Yeah, strange. I don't know if you have any more. I don't know if you have any more comment on that. Just strange. Some sadder news, unfortunately, but I do have to talk about it. Former Ravens and Colts defensive lineman Arthur Jones died suddenly this past week at the age of 39. Jones was a member of the Super Bowl winning Ravens for Super Bowl 47 during the 2012 seasons. Initial indications point to a heart issue. I didn't know this, but he's actually the older brother of John Jones and Chandler Jones. So prayers for the Jones family.
Nice.
Prayers for the Jones family. I guess we'll keep this. God, I didn't realize how much shitty news I had here. Mac Jones. Mac Jones on Thursday, before heading to SoFi Stadium to do battle with the Rams, reportedly saw a dead body floating in the water outside of the team's hotel in Marina del Rey, California. Jones said he was on the balcony before Thursday's game when he spotted the body floating in the marina. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department said that the incident is still under investigation and that no additional discoveries have been made at this time. Weird. It's weird. It's been a weird week in football. That's it. That didn't seem to deter Mac Jones on Thursday, though, as we'll get into here in just a minute. We've got Saints owners Gail Benson signing a new lease with the Louisiana governor Jeff Landry that will keep the team at the Superdome through at least 2035. The deal includes 4 additional 5-year options that could potentially see the Saints stay in New Orleans until 2055. So Saints fans, your team ain't going nowhere for the foreseeable future, which is good news. Jerry Jones, Kyle, of course, he's back in the news because why wouldn't he be? Mr. Jones was fined $250,000 after he flipped off a Jets fan during Sunday's game at MetLife Stadium. There's a video of the incident if you want to go look that up. It's funny that there's a video of it because Jones claims it was an accidental thumbs up. He literally pointed at the guy and flipped him off. So I don't know if there was anything accidental about it, but that is what Mr. Jones is claiming. Finally, we did have some on-the-field news. I guess you could call it on-the-field news. The Browns are sending Joe Flacco and a 2026 sixth-round pick to the Cincinnati Bengals for a 2026 fifth-round pick.
I hate the move.
Yeah, but like I like the move. Well, I don't necessarily like it just because it's Joe Flacco and like you need a mobile guy back there, especially with how bad
with that offensive line.
It's gonna be.
You're adding a statue to the back.
Yeah,
it's horrible. There was so many better backups they could have got on the market.
There were a ton of better ones they could have gotten. They should have
got Jameson.
Yeah,
Jameson Winston on the Bengals. Oh,
Jameis. Yeah, they should have got Jameis. Yeah, I think they should have got somebody else other than Joe. I mean, I like the move for a quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, Flacco, like that's gonna go well for about 2 quarters. I'll update the injuries list here because there were some additional injuries because it's football, of course. Trey Benson was placed on IR after undergoing knee surgery. He will be out 4 to 6 weeks. Kyle, I know that one kind of hit home for both of us. I guess more so for yourself, which we'll get into.
Yeah, fantasy though, breaking fantasy news. I did get the deal done with Connor. We were discussing before the pod.
Oh, you did?
CMC is off the roster.
Wow. So you got so he got McCaffrey.
He got McCaffrey, Jameson Williams, and B-Rob for Roma Dunze, Kyle Pitts, and J.K. Dobbins.
I feel like you could have gotten more.
I'm desperate at this point. I'm 0-5. I'm desperate.
Yeah, I get it. When you're desperate.
Roma Dunze, and you got to keep in mind, Roma Dunze had his bye. Kyle Pitts had his bye.
That does matter. That's especially
huge for someone 0-5.
Yeah, I was gonna say that matters more for you than it does for him for sure. But also to your point, right? Like you're not really doing a lot of waiting around when you're 0-5. So
yeah,
that's fair.
Definitely probably could have got more. I got some offers that I was thinking about, but I wanted a Dunze.
Yeah, I was gonna send you an offer, but there's literally nobody on my team that you'd like. So
the thing is I wanted a solid running back and I wanted a really good receiver because my receivers kind of low key booty, or they've been booty because I have AJ Brown, J-Mo, Matt Golden. But I'm happy now.
Yeah, no, you definitely needed to shake things up.
Yeah.
Congrats, Kyle. Cowboys safety Malik Hooker is headed to the IR as of Saturday. He will miss at least 4 games. Update on Ryan Kelly's injury, the center for the Vikings. He will be placed on IR after he suffered his 2nd concussion of the season. Some injuries that happened on Sunday. Antonio Gibson will miss the remainder of the year with a torn ACL. I actually saw that one. That was not a good one. Omarion Hampton will be placed on IR.
No,
yeah, it's another big miss for
your
guy.
Hampton, Rookie of the Year.
Oh man, yeah.
It's Joe over.
Yeah, it's Joe over. Ankle sprain.
Omarion
for him.
It's Omarion over.
I'm interested to see who's gonna step up in that backfield. Whether it's what's the guy's name, Vidal or
it's either Haskins
Hassan
or Vidal.
Haskins.
Haskins did make the roster. Vidal was practice squad.
Vidal's kind of been bouncing back and forth between practice squad and roster, but apparently there's indications that they're going to give the nod to Vidal. I don't know, because he's been on the team for a couple of years now, so it's maybe he just knows the roster and the playbook a little bit better. I don't know. Brenton Strange was placed on IR with a hip injury. I think that's another reason why DK refunded me. So I had I think everybody and their mother last night had Brenton Strange 25 plus, and that's why
No.
he came out of the game. I got a refund. Like my vet wasn't voided. Like DK took the 25, but then they paid me 43, which for the 2 legs that hit. So I think the fact that he was on IR and like it wasn't like, oh, he'll be back next week. I don't know. I'm glad I got my money. Darius Slayton suffered a hamstring injury. His week 6 status is up in the air. They have a short week this week. They'll be playing on Thursday. As will Landon Dickerson. He did not practice on Monday. He had to leave Sunday's game early with an ankle injury. I think they got to place him on IR, Kai. I don't know about you, but
For Landon?
yeah.
I think he should miss this week, next week, and the following week, and then the bye week.
I think they should just place him on IR. I think they should 4 games, let him get healthy.
Well, I think 4 weeks. You could just do the 4 weeks.
Yeah, but you could play if he's going to be out 4 weeks. You might as well place him on IR because Howie and
No, but the bye week doesn't count because then it'd be 5 weeks.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so
Yeah,
then
the bye week doesn't count.
Maybe they won't
IR.
then. Brock Bowers is still considered week to week after missing week 5 with a knee injury. Michael Mayer expected to return in week 6 after suffering a concussion in week 4. All right, let's get into some of these games. Before we get into Thursday's game, I did want to make note. 6 teams, Kyle. 6 teams won this week after trailing by double digits. That is tied for the most. I mean, I didn't get a number. I didn't get how far back, but it's been a while since that happened. The Broncos, the Saints, the Panthers, the Commanders, the Titans, and the Jaguars were all losing by double digits at some point in their matchups this week, and they all won.
Yay!
Which I feel like that's a lot. That's a big reason why I went 8-6 this week picking game, or 6-8 this week picking games. This week was tough, man. This week was really tough.
Real tough. Actually, just kidding though. I went 9-5.
Straight up
Picking spreads.
What was your straight up record?
I don't know. Let's look at what my
Straight
spreads
up.
were. I guess straight up probably would have been like 8 because I think most of the upsets I thought they were gonna win.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the games here. We'll start with the thriller on Thursday Night Football. The 49ers coming out on top in this one in overtime. The score was 26-23, San Francisco. Kyle, we had a lot of fun with this one. I did pick the Rams, but Kyle and I and a friend of ours had a little lay going on that included.
What an exciting lay!
Oh my god, dude, it was awesome. We had was it Tungus touchdown? Jake Tungus first touchdown of the game, by the way.
Jake Tungus first touchdown of the game.
Awesome.
Huge. You love when you have an anytime in your lay for that to be the first touchdown.
And it's just, and then you just don't have to worry about it for the rest of the night.
And you don't have to worry about touchdown because, touchdowns, they're not always locked.
I guarantee, man. So Tungus gets the touchdown, 7-0 San Francisco's. All C-Mac on that first drive. And that was our second leg, was C-Mac 130
C-Mac
plus,
over 130
rushing receiving
yards.
And that came down to the wire
to overtime.
Well. Yeah. There were some bad roughing the passer calls in this game again. There was the one, remember when we thought replay assist picked it up, but then the prime broadcast just stinks, so they just never mentioned it.
The issue with that, actually, it was Al Michaels just messed up the call.
I don't know what happened.
No, because I saw this the next day. It was roughing the passer. It was not picked up. They just gave it to him, but Al Michaels just got really confused and was confused why they moved the ball forward.
I love Al.
But they did give the penalties. Al's time to retire.
Dude, I love Al, but he's got to go because he's
old.
He's like John Sterling-esque right now. He's just like, what? Yeah, I wasn't too sure about that one in the moment. The Niners actually ended up going up 14-0 in this one. I feel like the Rams were having a lot of difficulty covering the boundaries early on. When Mac Jones was he was somewhat pressured in the pocket. They were getting pretty good
Dude,
pressure
Mac
on him.
Jones was
But
destroyed.
yeah,
Mac
well,
Jones, Iron Man. He
not
was
in
a
the
shell of a
not
man
in the first quarter.
by the end of this game.
Not in the first quarter. The first quarter, he was getting the ball out real quick. I mean, later, yeah, he had some issues. Yeah, he took a shot there in the
True
second
Iron
quarter.
Man performance.
Dude, oh my
Mac
God, I
Jones.
felt so bad. He was injured. He came back after the Puka touchdown that made it 14-7. We had a lot of stuff happen in this game. It was very back and forth. A lot of yards getting picked up, but not too many points being put up on the board. The score was 20-14, and Puka Nacua scores a touchdown. And at this point, right, we were down. I think we needed 40 more CMAC yards or receiving or rushing yards, and then we had Puka 10 plus catches.
3 more catches from Puka.
Yeah, and so it was 20-20, and we needed a block. We needed this game to go to overtime.
We were like...
The 49ers came through for Kyle and I. They blocked the PAT. They kept it at 20-20. And then the Niners get the ball back, and I mean, we're thinking, all right, we need a stop here, and we need a Rams field goal to ensue. How about Eddie Pinheiro, though, from 59 yards for San Francisco to take the lead? Yeah, I mean, hell of a kick, and for a team that's had so many special teams issues in the past, I mean, you got to feel good about that one if you're a Niners fan. Yeah, the Rams got to stop. They get the ball at well, actually, I guess I should back up, right? So the Rams get a stop on the Niners. So San Francisco takes the lead, and the Rams are driving. We get to the 1 yard line, and Kyron's about to punch it in and take the lead. We're about to be cooked here. Alfred Collins punches it out of Kyron's hands at the 1 yard line. The Niners take over on their own, basically, 3 inches, it's a safety. They're that close. The Rams end up getting a stop. They have to burn all their timeouts. They get the ball at midfield, 42 seconds left. You get Devontae Adams with a huge catch. It sets up a 48-yard Joshua Carty field goal and sends the game to overtime, tied at 23. And at this point, you really see like Mac Jones is just like concussed, bruised, out of his mind.
He's like barely able to walk.
Weebus wobbling.
It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, Weebus wobbling. As Kyle alluded to earlier, true Iron Man performance. I mean, this guy can't even break huddle without limping. So Eddie gets a chance. Eddie Pinheiro again gets a chance to give the Niners the lead, and he doinks it in to 26-23 Niners lead. You get Tutu Atwell on the ensuing Rams drive for the huge catch, because remember now, each team possesses the ball at least one time in overtime. And then you get to 4th and 1, right? So the Rams are in the red zone. Shanahan calls timeout. The Rams try and draw, and they call timeout. The offense stays on the field. Here we go. The Niners defense holds, and they win. The Rams do not pick up the first downs. 26-23 final. I don't know, Kyle. What'd you think of the play call there? It was the run, right? Wasn't it a run?
Yeah, they just ran it up the middle and it got stopped. I mean, you gotta appreciate going aggressive like that, but I mean, it's like that's everyone's expecting that. I mean, I liked it when they went cute with that little Puka knockout for the touchdown. I think this was a moment to go cute, but at the same time, though, I mean, like honestly, you can't fault them for going for it. Like everyone like is always like, oh, you gotta go for them 4th down. They get pissed when people are conservative, so it's like you can't fault them too much. To be honest, it's just like I think Kyle Shanahan, like I was saying before the game, I was on the Niners. The Niners were potentially a KBT's team because I saw they were unfavored.
I wish they were.
And I was like, oh, I like them. And I was going to pick them. But I changed it because I was like, the Niners are so injured. The spread's moving so much. Once it got to 8.5, I was like, you know what? I still kind of like it, but I didn't touch it just because of the injuries.
I don't really blame you.
Niners, Kyle Shanahan, majorly disrespected coach. I've seen lists late ranking him below guys like Dan Campbell. No offense, Dan Campbell is really good, and like Tomlin and Harbaugh and all that. He's definitely a top 5, if not higher, coach in this league. Like obviously, I think if his system's amazing. Mac Jones or Brock Purdy. They both look
It's
the
the
same.
Shanahan system. Of course it is.
It's a great system. The fact that he was able to get, it was two Brock Purdy. It was Brock Purdy. It was to get two teams to the Super Bowl with the Brock Purdy and then the Jimmy Garoppolo to the Super Bowl within like 5 years is a testament. Like that's just incredible.
I mean,
The biggest issue with the Niners in general is just that something's wrong with their practice regimen or their training and health and fitness stats. Because I feel like every other
boys
year,
cannot
every
stay
year,
healthy,
they're
bro.
so injured.
Yeah.
And it's just like they like run everybody into the ground. Like I don't like it. Like you got to like get better and be healthier.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan, get a better strength and conditioning coaching.
Them boys cannot stay healthy. I agree with you.
No.
Yeah, to get back to the play call real quick. Yeah, I mean, you said like getting cute earlier. They had that little slant at the 1 yard line when people scored earlier. I didn't really think that was being cute. I think that was just a good play call. You know, like they had those short yardage throws earlier in the game. They had 1-on-1. You have probably one of the best possession receivers in the entire league at this point. I don't even think it's a debate. Puka is so good. Yeah, and it was just catching earlier. It really was. And you know, I was surprised to see McVay just go something as simple as HB draw, just maybe, or HB dive, just to catch him off guard. But I mean, yeah, I would have absolutely done a little short yardage thing. I mean, even you could do like a boot maybe. They had Kyron going in the passing game a little bit earlier too. So yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see a little bit more from McVay. But yeah, I mean, credit the 49ers, man. I mean, if they could just stay healthy, they could be really, really good.
No, I think they are really good. Like they're.
I mean, hey, 4-1.
Probably make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think they're probably the best team, or maybe the second best team in that division. The NFC West looking really good.
Yeah,
except for the Cardinals.
Well, we'll get into that in a little bit. All right, let's move on to let's go to London. First London game of the year. It was between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cleveland Browns. Kyle, good call on this one. This one really didn't feel like it was too much in doubt for the entire game. The Vikings.
I don't know. I thought watching it that the Browns should have won this game. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought the Browns low key, considering like going international. The Vikings already been there, and starting a rookie quarterback his first start. I thought the Browns looked okay, and I thought they low key probably should have won this game. There was a big run with Quinshawn Junkins, who should have been touchdown, but got called back with a little ticky-tacky hold.
He got called back because he doesn't like women. You mean?
He doesn't like women.
Correct.
That's a big thing. It sucks because I had I had opportunities to draft Quinshawn Junkins, and I'm like, I should have done it, but you know what? I respect women. He was off my board.
Yeah.
You gotta respect women.
Good call.
Big women respecting podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the Browns played really well, to be honest, in this game. I really did. I was surprised by how poised Dylan Gabriel was. I think he made, a number of normal rookie mistakes in this one. And I'm surprised that Brian Flores, for a guy who blitzes, 90% of the time, really wasn't coming after him with more blitzes. I feel like he was just rushing 4. He was content to rush 4 the entire time. They had Stefanski had the ball out coming quickly for Dylan Gabriel. He was making it easy for him, a bunch of easy play calls. Yeah, I mean, I thought the Browns offense looked fine. I mean, we know they're a little banged up on the O-line and at the receiver position specifically. But I think they saw enough from Gabriel in just that one game where they felt comfortable trading the vet Flacco. So I think
Flacco low-key hasn't really looked good, as I said when you mentioned the trade. I don't think it's a good. I think you could have gotten other guys.
I think it's a conversation where it's you kind of have to figure, right? The day of the quarterback of the Flacco-esque quarterback, the pocket quarterback, it's coming to an end, really. It really is. The game is getting faster. It's getting more optimized. You don't really have the luxury of sitting back there anymore and relying on your O-line or your ground and pound defense. You need a guy that's capable of, maneuvering around in the pocket and making plays with his legs. And I mean, I know Flacco's 40-something years old at this point.
Yeah,
so it's
Flacco's
kind of a moot point.
No. I think that's I mean, you could argue, yes, a lot of these younger guys, you have to be a little bit more mobile. Like, it's not your still standard pocket passer anymore. You have to have some mobility. But I mean, if you look at Stafford, He's been playing
Yeah.
great this year. He leads the league in passing yards,
Yeah.
and he's not very mobile. Rodgers, low key, has been having a pretty decent season. He's no longer very mobile. I think it's more just Flacco. It needs to retire.
Yeah. That's a fair point. The Browns actually took a lead, as you alluded to. They were playing well earlier in this game. They took a lead going into the half, 10-7. That was the first halftime lead of the year for Cleveland. Wentz also went into the locker room early at halftime. He had to have an X-ray done on his shoulder. He took a shot from Carson Schwarzenegger. You think maybe he was trying to play a little? I think they mentioned this on the broadcast too, where he was. You think maybe just because there's the rookie Chris Brosmer back there with no other backup. I think he'd want to play it safe a little bit more and maybe try to avoid some of his shots. But I think you and I know from his tenure in Philly, he never plays it safe. He's always going to try and get those extra yards. He's always going to try and take the extra hit, get the extra yards. Yeah, I mean the Brown, was it Minnesota had a touchdown drive to open the half. Cleveland was having all types of problems trying to guard Justin Jefferson. He's so good, dude. He's unreal.
Yeah.
But then I mean the Browns, they respond with an awesome
No,
drive
the
themselves.
Minnesota didn't have a touchdown to open the half. They fumbled on their opening drive, which then the Browns scored on, and then they scored with the Cam Akers throwing pass.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, I didn't think they scored right away.
That's what
one thing to note. Jordan Addison did not play in the first quarter of this game. He was disciplined.
Yeah,
by Kevin O'Connell for apparently going missing in London.
Oh,
I did see that because I had a little cute parlay I woke up to in the morning, and I lost on the last. It was Quentin Junkins over his rushing yards, Jordan Mason under his rushing yards because we said in the spot the Browns' rushing defense is very good, and then I had over 20 yards for longest catch for Justin Jefferson, which he hit with a 37-yarder late in the fourth or early in the fourth, and then Jordan Addison I had over 19.5, and he didn't do that, and he also didn't play for a whole quarter, so that was upsetting.
Terrible. Well, maybe he needs
it was a cute little parlay.
A little more disciplined by this guy. Yeah, I saw some nice throws by Gabriel in the second half. He had that one really nice throw to Njoku. He was threading the needle between three defenders.
That was a great throw.
Cleveland ended up taking a 17-14 lead with about 3 minutes left in the third. Browns defense forces a 3-and-out and a forced fumble and a recovery on their next two possessions. I don't think they did anything with that, though. The Vikings kind of held firm. Yeah, but I mean, Jettas was unstoppable for most of this game, but especially in the fourth quarter when it mattered. You had a Will Reichard missed field goal in the fourth as well. It stayed 17-14. What about? Did you see this thing where people were saying it hit a wire?
Yeah, I couldn't really tell.
It was so blurry,
If it did, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. But I mean, if it did, technically by rule, he should have had another chance to kick it. But from the angle wasn't really clear, so I think it might just be cope. But the Vikings won the game, so who cares?
I personally thought it got tipped because it was pretty straight.
That guy hit the wire.
No, it got tipped at the line by a player. That's what I think. At the very least, because it went straight and then it immediately went to the right. Like it wasn't like a normal hook. It was like the trajectory got changed. That's what I think. I don't know. Yeah, like you said, it didn't really end up mattering. Then Addison got the go-ahead touchdown though in the fourth, right?
Addison did get the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah.
On the game-winning drive in the fourth.
26 seconds left. Addison got the score. I really liked on that drive. Obviously, you had the big play to Jettas to set him up down deep, but I like in the last couple of drives, Wentz had that nice rapport with T.J. Hawkinson. It was good to see him get it going. Yeah, I mean, Gabriel made some good throws on the final drive, but, time was over. Time ran out, and Minnesota takes this one 21-17.
Shout out to Dylan Gabriel's parents. So they mentioned on the broadcast that they made it such a big deal. They're like, his parents woke up at 3 a.m. to watch from Hawaii. I was like, dude, if your parents love you, they're gonna do that. Why would they not? It's your first NFL start. Why would they not watch you?
Oh, you're starting
anytime. Confirmed. Dylan Gabriel's parents love him, so that's good.
It's like, you guys are you're starting today. Can you ask him to wait a couple hours? I got to get my sleep in. Like,
yeah.
It's like, no, dude, I'm gonna watch that game. All right, let's move on to the rest of these Sunday games. We'll start with the 1 o'clockers, as always. I guess we can just get this one out of the way, Kyle. We'll talk about the Broncos upset victory over the Philadelphia Eagles. That one was by a score of 21-17 as well. Obviously a tough loss for you and I, Kyle. You know I'm usually the pessimist when it comes to the Eagles, like, it's over, whatever. I'm actually of the opinion that this was a good thing for Philadelphia. I think they needed to be humbled. They needed to lose. Obviously, in the moment, and we'll get into this, I was super upset with the officiating because it was a terribly officiated football game.
Yes, I agree.
And while it definitely had an impact on the game, I don't think that was the reason they lost. I mean, I just, man, like, it's just simple stuff at this point, right? Like, I mean, tell me about the play calling, because I want your take on what went wrong for the Eagles in terms of the play calling.
In my opinion, honestly, I think they've just played like a very boring vanilla offense again. But at the same time, I think more so they lost due to like penalties
Yeah.
and like pre-snap issues.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I know
Agreed.
I watched some film review on this today and a little bit on Monday. But it looks like sometimes like the receivers that aren't the first or second read aren't like fully committing to their routes. There was a play early in the first quarter where Dallas Goddard is kind of running like an inside inside seam route, and he's like half running it in the middle, and Jalen throws him the ball, and he was like a step or two away from making a big play. And if he was running full speed, he would have hit it. Same with AJ Brown late in the game, where he will say like he kind of gave up on the route. At the same time, like it's just like something you got to pay attention to. But I mean, at the same time, the penalties killed them. Like they've been, one thing I've noticed is that they snap the ball right at the end of the play clock, which like obviously like that just gives the defense like a better opportunity to like get a jump right on get a jump right at the snap count. And that's just a sign of like a little bit of a disorganized offense. That with all the penalties, like I know they haven't committed a turnover, which is great, but at the same time, like these penalties are killing them.
I mean, you saw it a lot, right? Like you had simple, like basic things that's like, yeah, it's annoying, but they're gonna throw the flag. Like it's like Saquon not getting set on the deep ball to AJ Brown that would have extended the drive.
That was Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith, was it illegal motion, uncovered? Like there was one, I forget who it was. It was either Smith or AJ. They were uncovered, like they're not on the line because there's no tight end on the end. Like it's just like stupid stuff like that where it's like you expect a team that just went to the Super Bowl, they just ran roughshod through the entire league for the better part of 3.5 months, and like this is just things that you don't expect from a team of that caliber. And that really wasn't an issue last year. Like these are it's not the rookies either. It's the vets, man. It's the vets. And I'm still not.
To be honest, the biggest thing is it's the O line. The O line's not healthy.
The O line's not healthy.
I think Landon Dickinson has got to get shut down.
Correct.
For a
little
little
bit.
With
that. And
I think that like they abandoned the run late in the game, which is like when you're up 17-3, you got to run the ball more. I think Saquon only had like 2 carries in the second half.
He had 6 carries.
He may be a little banged up. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see that. Yeah, he didn't practice on Monday
he's
either.
Apparently dealing with general soreness, but we'll see. I will be at the game.
Whatever, man. It doesn't matter. So it's like get your running back care. I don't care if it's Will Shipley. I don't care if it's AJ Dillon. Obviously, you want it to be Saquon Barkley because the guy's all world, but there's no way you're giving him 6 carries. Like 6 carries in the entire football game? Like and that's kind of when I asked you about the play calling too.
I think Kevin Patullo again as a rookie play caller. I think the noise with the receiving, low key, the passing game wasn't that bad.
It wasn't.
It wasn't like that. It was honestly some of the best this year in the beginning of the game. But I just think that they haven't played a full complete game of football, and that's going to kill you.
I think the play calling overall was better, especially in the passing game. There were times, like I remember early on in the first quarter, there was a 2nd and 10. It was the Eagles' first possession. There were 3 curl routes. AJ has to work his ass off to get a 3-yard gain, and he only gets that because he's AJ Brown and he can get that type of separation. But it's like you had to work to get a 3rd and 7, because
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just more of the offensive consistency, right? It's like the 1st and 2nd down plays are not setting you up for potential success on 3rd and 4th down.
Mm-hmm.
Like there needs to be more of a flow to the offense. You need to get Saquon involved earlier. You need to get him in, like I feel like the runs are very, very predictable. Like it's the same thing over and over again. And you go back and watch a lot of these plays, especially in the 3rd quarter, and all credit to the Denver defense because they're an elite group. But you saw like Nick Bonito, these guys are calling it. These guys are all world. They knew what was
Nick
coming.
Bonito.
Oh, he's great.
To give a little praise to the Broncos for our Bronco listeners. I'm not sure how many we have, but Nick Bonito making his case for Defensive Player of the Year. He's at 8 sacks already on the season. He's on pace for I think 28 sacks on the season. He played incredible.
I believe I called that. I don't. My pick was Micah, who's currently the betting favorite, but my sleeper was Nick Bonito. And unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get his roses only because of that West Coast bias, which totally does exist. And if you don't think it exists, that's wrong. He had a hell of a game. And the Eagles made it easy for him with all that talent on that offense. They made it easier, but you still got to credit that defense. I mean, they were showing, they had 6, 7 guys pressed up on the line. They jumped back in coverage. They were coming after Jalen. And the play calling, again, you said this earlier too with the effort. You have to kind of question the effort level on some of these routes, right? That like Goddard and AJ were running. Like the defense was disguised in such a way that it made it very, very difficult for the Eagles to consistently move the football. So
mainly in the second half.
The second
half they kind of made adjustments where the Broncos are a very heavy man team. And they kind of went more to like a zone look in the second half, which Jalen, as great as Jalen is, I love Jalen. He's not as good as at zone than he is at man.
Yeah,
and it definitely showed, especially with them keeping the pass lane.
Yeah.
However, I mean, I don't want to blame it on penalties, but the missed pass interference at the end of the game.
Oh my god,
that just inconsistent there, and then the whole picking up the flag for the intentional grounding. Oh my god, that pissed me off.
It's so the officials improperly used replay assist to overturn that intentional. I don't care what Adrian Hill said, by the way, after the game, because they asked him about it and they were like, "Oh, my mic wasn't working" or whatever. I don't give a shit really what Adrian Hill has to say, because there was a conference call after there was a conference on the field right after it and they picked it up. So somebody phoned down. That's what I think. So they So for those of you who don't know, replay assist, that have expanded its usage this year. I think they should use it for basically anything they can. But that's not the rules. The rules stipulate that there are only certain plays that you can use replay assist to pick up flags. You cannot throw flags after it's been picked up. You can't use replay assist to do that. So replay assist picked up the intentional grounding penalty, which is not one of the plays that you can use replay assist for. Which is why, it's a 50-50 whether there's a receiver in the area. I think we've been pretty lax in the last 10 or so years with who's in the area, But, it's the point of the penalty is do you make a conscious attempt to get it to a player? And if it's like, oh, well, he's 10 yards away. I don't think that really matters.
He was in the middle of being sacked.
He was
just trying to get it.
He's not making a good faith attempt to get it to a receiver, and that's the whole point of the penalty. That's the spirit of the penalty. So there was that. There was the PI against Goddard on the penultimate play, which they had called they had called Quinyon Mitchell for it earlier on Sutton. By the way, that was a very fun matchup to watch between Courtland Sutton and Quinyon Mitchell.
Courtland Sutton kind of got the best of him.
He did. Yeah, he did. I think Quinyon won the first half, but I think Courtland won the second half. And
he had that great catch.
Oh yeah. I know which one you're talking about. I can't quite remember what the situation was, but he had
great catch. It was on the drive that I don't remember if it was the drive that they ended up scoring. I think it was the drive they ended up scoring on and then going for 2.
Mm-hmm.
But Quinyon had great defense on him. He just happened to make a great catch.
Yeah.
So shout out to Courtland Sutton. Yeah.
So there was the intentional grounding, the PI, and then how about the late hit they called against Zach Bond? I had people telling me that this was a late hit, helmet to helmet, starts the tackle after the player's already down. He's literally reaching for a first down, and Zach Bond has already started his tackle at this point, and it's like literally bang bang from the time his knee hits and the elbow hits till Zach Bond hitting.
My opinion, I did think that by rule that's the right call.
Kyle, don't tell me that.
That's by rule. I'm
It
just
is
going by the rule.
not
I
a
thought
good
I didn't.
call.
I think it's not a good rule, but I think I was. More
I don't even
upset
think by
with the
rule it's a
intentional
good call.
The intentional grounding and the missed pass interference were worse.
I mean, they were definitely more impactful, I'd say.
Yeah.
So it was just bad officiating. I know there was a couple of missed holds too. They had Quinion was holding.
Shout out to
in one
Sean
of those
Payne though
games.
for going for 2 there. Ballsy move.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I've seen that guy almost blow games in the most phenomenal ways. So
I was hoping
the fact that it worked out for him, good for him. But yeah, I mean, you got to credit Denver. I mean, they never went away, and the Eagles let them hang around, and they took full advantage of that. So that's the Eagles. Go ahead.
I was gonna say one last thing on this game, just because I think we gotta get moving.
I'm gonna grab a beer real quick.
But yeah, one last thing I'll say is that the Eagles. If you had told me at the beginning of the season the Eagles would go 4-1 in this stretch, the Eagles, if you look at it for strengthening schedule so far, they're number 1. Everybody else in the top like 5 or 10 like has that most 2 wins, and we have 4. Versus like most of the 4-1 teams, like the Bills, for example, they're in the bottom like 20 for strength of schedule. And if you had told me at the beginning of the season, the first 5 games with these teams that you're playing, because you're playing likely 4 playoff teams and a division rival week 1, to go 4-1 in that stretch, I think it's very impressive. I don't know though. Maybe Chiefs aren't going to be a playoff team.
Well, yeah, we'll have to see.
But that's like if you had told me at the beginning of the season, I to be honest, going into this game against the Giants, which I will be in attendance, if this is their easiest game so far this year. If they do not cover the spread, which I believe is 7.5, I will be upset.
Yeah,
they have to cover that.
They should cover that. All right,
little spoiler for KBTs, but
let's move on. Let's get a couple of these less enticing matchups out of the way. Speaking of East Rutherford, New Jersey, we'll go there and talk about.
Well, no, it was in New Orleans. Oh no, East Rutherford against the Jets. I forgot the Jets play there too.
No. Jet Life, baby. Let's go to Jet Life.
Jet Life.
The Jets are barely clinging to life. They lose 37-22 at the hands of the Dallas Cowboys. I didn't think it'd get worse for the New York Jets, but here they are, the only team in the league with an 0-5 record. Oh my dude,
honestly, the same thing happened to them against the Dolphins. They had that they were down, I believe, 10-3, and they go down to try to score. Brees Hall fumbles, and it just kills the momentum at that point.
Brees had the fumble, yeah. That killed them. I mean,
they got something going in the fourth, but at that point, it's just kind of garbage time.
They really didn't have any offensive consistency until the fourth quarter. They only had 3 points until 57 seconds left in the third quarter, which made it. They put it on a field goal, which made it 30-6. So they scored. Let me do math real quick. 16 points in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I mean, the Jets are poverty. Like, they are just a poverty franchise. They can't protect Fields. And this is really a game where you thought the Cowboys might struggle a little bit to protect Dak, but that was not the case at all. They were missing 4 starters in the O-line. Dak was only sacked once. The Jets only got 3 pressures on him the entire game. So he scored. He tossed 4 touchdowns. I don't get it, man. The Jets have so much talent on paper, and they just consistently find ways to waste it. And I feel like it's new ways every single week. They find new ways.
I don't know if they have so much talent. They do, think Kyle. Sauce Gardner's kind of sauced,
let me. Yeah, I think
he's not good. I think Loki. Every time I hear a play about Sauce, it's that he got burnt. I don't hear anything that he's good. The sauce is burnt.
Well, I was having a conversation with my brother about this very thing this Sunday where
I know he got paid in the offseason, but low key, every time I hear about him, it is bad.
You know what it is?
I haven't heard any good Sauce news.
When they drafted him out of Cincinnati, it was, this guy's lanky. He's got reach. He's got speed. And a lot of you watch his tape in his rookie year and his second year.
Yeah, he was really good.
He's
in
like
his
glue. He's like glue on a lot of these receivers. These last 2 seasons, it's like you watch him, it's like 95% trail technique. And there's nothing wrong with trail technique, but a guy with that speed and that like skill, you just expect to be much better in man. Obviously, you know, if they're playing zone, it's a different story. But man to man, I mean, this guy was a beast his first 2 seasons, and now it's like he's like oh, let me just give this guy a little room, bait the receiver or bait the quarterback into making a throw, and then I jump the route. He's not jumping these routes at all. Like it's to your point, he's getting burned. Yeah, like I just don't get it. Like Jake Ferguson had a big game for the Cowboys. Another strong performance for Javonte Williams, 135 yards, a touchdown. He had a 66-yard run before the end of the half to set up Dallas at the Jets won. And then they scored on the ensuing play. That put him up 23-3 at the half, just in case you're wondering when this game was over. It was about halftime. How about the second-year guy, wide receiver, Ryan Flanoy? 6 catches, 9 targets. Nice. And 114 yards to boot. So a good performance for him.
I think it's more Jets are bad, but once CD gets back, CD's gonna take all this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's gonna be the.
I think the Cowboys are gonna go. I've looked at. I'll get to more later for my one more thing, but the Cowboys I think are gonna they're probably gonna beat the Panthers next week, but then their schedule gets real tough real fast.
Yeah,
I
know the
still
Cowboys'
don't think
schedule is backloaded.
Team.
No,
I think people are gonna be jumping on this Cowboys racket, thinking that they tied the Packers, they beat the Jets by a lot. They're not going to the play.
We'll see. All right, let's touch on. Man, holy smokes! The Baltimore Ravens. 1-4, third in the AFC North. Holy smokes!
Oof.
Yeah, this.
I think they might actually still be betting favorites to win the division.
They are not, and I will bet it right now. I'll bet it live on the air. There's no way they're the favorite. There is.
I saw somebody tweet that they were the favorites, but that was yesterday.
There
so
is no way you're telling me. What do you mean reset my password? I don't want to reset my password.
Yes, they are. They're still the betting favorites to win the AFC North.
Wait,
The Ravens at plus 105 are still the betting favorites to win the AFC North at 1-5.
Division
at
winners.
1-4.
No, they're not. Not on DK.
On BetMGM, they are.
What are the Steelers on?
What's the DK odds? BetMGM is Ravens plus 105, Steelers plus 110.
Steelers have on DK it's minus 105. Steelers plus 115 for the Ravens.
Ah, interesting.
I mean,
maybe I should take the Steelers.
Maybe I should text you Maybe I should text you after this and maybe send you a Venmo. Yeah,
I don't know though, because low-key, like if the Ravens I think are going to lose next week, but then they have their bye, and then hopefully Lamar comes back. No. Their schedule post their bye is very.
I don't even think Lamar Jackson can save them at this point, because if the Steelers
I don't know, man.
Bro, if the Steelers play 500, if the Steelers get the 10 wins, it's over. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't know if the Steelers are going to get the 10 wins.
Does Lamar Jackson play on the defense? Does Lamar Jackson play defense?
Lamar Jackson comes back.
Does he play defense?
They play the Bears at home, Dolphins, Vikings, Browns, Jets, Bengals, Steelers.
That is pretty easy.
Bengals, Pats.
That is pretty easy.
They have a pretty easy schedule.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. I could see them coming back, but not next week.
No.
Especially mainly if Lamar doesn't play.
I think if you're gonna bet it, you bet it now.
Could be season from hell.
Dude, you let up 44 points to like the worst offense in the league besides maybe the Titans. I don't know how it gets much worse. I don't know.
Texas could be back.
I don't think so. I think it's more of a testament to just how injured and bad the Ravens defense is right now. I mean, I think honestly, Cooper Rush's performance for 14 for 20 for 3 picks. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help you. Yeah,
it's not like CJ Stroud really lit up the world.
207 total yards
consistently.
Yeah, not good.
244 for 4 touchdowns, 23 to 27.
Yeah, Baltimore.
Derrick Henry is he washed? Is he done?
No, it's just the Ravens offense.
You think has the King stepped down?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
He's
low key.
He's got a bit of a turnover issue this year. He's got a bit of a turnover issue this year, but it's not him. I can tell you that it's the offense, dude.
I don't know.
It's absolutely the offense. Baltimore picked up a first down with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Their next first down came with 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Oof.
That's not Derrick Henry's fault. I can tell you that much. Yeah, I mean, this is the most points allowed at home in the John Harbaugh era in Baltimore, and it came at the hands of the Texans. I mean, it doesn't get much worse than that. Hats off to the Texans.
Texans were also playing to embarrass them after the Christmas game last year.
Wouldn't you? Yeah, I think there was a little added incentive to keep
they brought it up at the post game.
The gas pedal. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, Texans get the win. I don't know if we said the score was 44-10.
Yeah,
this one was a rout. All right.
Raiders Colts. Raiders bad. Geno needs to be benched.
Oh my god!
I traded for Kenny Pickett in my dynasty league because I'm like, Geno sucks. He needs to get benched.
Dude, I'm
leading the league in interceptions with 9.
I think it's seriously time.
I traded 2/3 to get Kenny Pickett.
You're that's like literally GM mode that you're doing over there. It's not even. It's
barely even. I traded a 2026
barely even
third round pick and a 2028 third round pick to get Kenny Pickett.
I think it's barely even fantasy at this point, but
I love Dynasty. Oh my god.
Awesome. I think it's seriously time for the Raiders to think about benching Geno Smith and starting Kenny Pickett. I really do. I mean,
rumor on the street is Pete Carroll considered benching him in the fourth quarter, according to anonymous sources.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't because this is not the first blowout loss they've had. This is not the.
Dude,
I'll put it to you this way: this is not the first time they've had the opportunity to play another quarterback in the fourth quarter because the game was already over.
Colts did. Anthony Richardson got in this game.
I will reiterate because I probably sound like a broken record at this point because I've said it every week. Yes, the Raiders' O-line is disastrous and it's not good. There is no excuse for some of these throws that Geno is making.
Yeah, Geno Smith was on the short list for the Tua turn the ball over turnover of the week.
There's only one answer.
He held it until the 4 o'clock window. We'll get to the winner.
Yeah,
but when he threw it into like triple coverage. Right to the defender, which would have been a pick 6
had
he
not
stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, it was so bad.
That was the Tua turnover of the week.
Yeah.
Until
the penultimate.
The penultimate.
Yeah.
Tua turned the ball over turnover of the week.
Let's talk about the Colts real quick, dude. The 4-1.
Colts are legit.
The 4-1 Colts.
Dude, I can't wait. That's gonna be the Sunday night. I'm calling it right now. The Sunday night game, week 18, Colts Jags.
Oh my god, dude, pencil me in. I'm so
you know how like the NFL does like divisional games, like
like they try to
team plays like 2 divisional games within like the last 4 weeks.
Yeah,
this year
it's bad. This year it's bad.
Oh boy, this year you got Colts Jags. I think we'll get to the Commanders, but you got Commanders Eagles. I'm going to one of those games. I think those games are going to be huge.
Yeah,
I think Colts Jags, and then I don't really know about anybody else. But I think those 2 divisions are going to be like going into the end.
I am all there for it. The 4-1 Colts, the 4-1 Jaguars. The Colts had 6 straight touchdown drives in this game. No team has done that in a game since 2001, which is just crazy to me.
Wow.
Yeah, like that's a stat right there.
Jonathan Taylor's an octopus. He got the octopus.
Yes, he did.
He had 2 octopuses on Sunday.
And he had 3. He had 2.
Well, no. I'm saying there was 2 octopuses.
Oh yeah, Mecca had the other one.
And Mecca and Buka was an octopus.
Dude.
You don't know what for listeners who don't know what an octopus is, it means it's when you get the touchdown and you get the ensuing 2-point conversion.
They know. Don't just our listeners.
I don't feel like people know.
Our listeners know ball. I feel like our listeners know ball. One more thing on this. I think some people had Shane Steichen on the hot seat. Definitely GM Chris Ballard was on the hot seat.
They were for sure on the hot seat.
Yeah. But hey, this is a prime example of winning changes everything, and I'm happy that Colts fans are rejoicing, and I'm happy that the players are rejoicing, and Daniel Jones continues to cook.
Except for Anthony Richardson, he wants to get traded to the
Rams.
Hey,
we saw him in this game. He came in. He wants
to get traded to the Rams. Did you see the rumors that he wants to go to the Rams? He wants to go to like the Rams or Kevin O'Connell and like learn. But I don't know. Shane Steichen, low-key, I think, is a really good play caller.
No, he is. He always has been. I mean, they haven't had the most talented team in the. I think it's really most. I mean, as good as the offense has been.
I was
just saying,
I think Colts are legit.
as good as the offense has been, I mean, the defense has just been phenomenal this year. Like
Yeah, defense is playing really well.
They've had guys stepping up all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's shift to I gotta talk to New Orleans. The giant collapse.
Did you pick the Giants? I can't believe you picked the Giants.
Dude.
This was New Orleans written all over.
Oh my god, you're stupid. You didn't watch the game then. You clearly didn't watch.
I did watch the game. Giants collapsed.
The Giants
so many mistakes.
Yes, but dude, they had the game won. They had the game won. There is no. All right, so let me read you the Giants drives. This is all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is all 10 of the Giants drives. Touchdown, touchdown. That's how they started the game. The game was 14-3. Yeah. After that, punt, punt, fumble, 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 INT, INT, turnover and downs.
Yeah, that's not.
There is no excuse for that. They had the game won. It was just stupid stuff.
You can't say you have the game won when you're up 14 in the fourth quarter.
Saints won this one
in the second quarter.
Saints won this one 26-14, by the way. So it wasn't exactly like the Saints were, prolific offense. They had the one long play to.
They had the 187-yard touchdown.
Rashid Shaheed. Yeah, they ended up.
Shaheed.
Yeah, they ended up making it a 14-13 game, which I was surprised at the time that New Orleans didn't try and go for 2 when they were down 2 to try and tie the game. But it's just acid. There were so many. So Dart, Scatterbo, and Slayton were the ones who lost the fumbles. I believe that there was a big interception by Drew Phillips. Oh no, I forget who it was.
No, it was Kool-Aid McKinstry.
No. On the Giants,
McKinstry had 2 picks.
The Giants had picked off Spencer Rattler. He was hit as he threw, but then it was negated by a Drew Phillips pass interference, which was just a completely unnecessary play, dragged him down. I don't know if that was the drive where Rashid got the touchdown. I don't think it was. But
no, I don't think so.
It was just a giant collapse. I mean, really, the Saints were just. I mean, they had what? It was like 4 field goals, right, in the second half or something like that. They had a bunch of field goals in this game. 26 is a weird number, but it's just look. Yes, there were a couple of dumb rookie mistakes. I know Dart had the one fumble where he was running and he literally just. I don't know if he knocked it out of his own hand or what. He just dropped it, and he lost it. The other ones by Scatterbo and Slayton. I mean, like I said, credit the Saints' resilience, but I mean. You're hard pressed, Kyle, if you tell me the Giants absolutely should have won this football
No,
game.
I was on the Saints. I just figured it would be a letdown spot. Saints low key been playing kind of tough. They've been playing good teams. So they're at home. I felt the Saints were due, and I was right.
The folks that I was watching this game with, we were all like in the early second quarter, we were laughing because we were like, "How are the Saints favored in this game?" And the Saints did close as the favorite. They were 1.5 point favorite, and I thought the Giants was free. I really did. And it looked free.
A lot of people did.
It looked free until it wasn't.
80% of people were on the Giants.
They're clearly the better football team, and they just didn't play like it. So.
They just didn't play. Made mistakes, turnovers lose you games, and that's what happened. But I'm interested to see what happens on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm interested too. I mean, you did see a lot of good. I mean, despite all.
Honestly, I'm kind of glad that the Broncos beat. I think the Eagles were kind of due for a loss with how they were playing, and I'm kind of glad that the Broncos beat them because I thought this game against the Giants was going to be a trap game.
Hey, to your point, what did I tell you? I spoke to you before the Eagles game, and what did I tell you? I said I have a weird feeling about this Denver game. You can verify that. I did.
It did. And you did say that.
I think a lot of that was just because I had a weird feeling, like just a gut feeling, but it was. I just think they were due. They needed to lose. They needed to be humbled, and I mean,
the Denver team. Denver's good. Denver has not until this game.
They're a good team.
Never trailed.
They're a good team.
With time remaining in the fourth quarter.
No, they're a good team.
They're better than a 3-2 record indicates. That's what I was saying before when you stepped out for a second. I said like the Eagles.
I was listening.
Being 4-1, yeah, they played a really tough schedule. And to come out 4-1 there is really good.
Yeah.
And now they have a little easiher part with Giants, Vikings.
Well, what I was gonna say is like, despite the Saints offense being the Saints offense, and despite, them actually losing the football game, 26 points after your offense puts up 5 turnovers and does literally nothing for you after the 2 touchdowns. I think it's quite remarkable that the Giants only gave up 26 points and how many field goals they held that offense to.
Yeah, I think the
real-
Giants still are low key good defenses of. I just think that
Yeah.
they they were a little cocky after that. I think they were due for a letdown.
Yeah. I think the only mistake was just a long touchdown to Shaheed. All right, we got one more 1:00 game, and that would be the Dolphins and Panthers. And
Sorry,
I
listeners,
don't.
but we have
Oh,
I
I
have
lost
some
Kyle.
technical
Hold on, he's gonna call me
difficulties. Not
back.
sure what Matt's saying, but
Do not adjust your seat, folks. You can hear him probably. I cannot. He's not calling me back. Let me call him.
oh boy.
What happened?
We get him? Hello, are we
What
back?
happened?
Not sure.
Kyle, what happened?
Not sure what happened.
What happened to the Dolphins is a better question because
Dolphins collapsed. Panthers.
they were winning
Bryce
17-0.
Young.
My boy Bryce Young. Well, how about legacy game for Rico Dowdle? That man could not be stopped.
No.
23 carries, 200. That's right, 200. 206 yards, one touchdown. Obviously, this is the most rushing yards by anybody so far this year in a single game. I think you can expect a great many carries to be taken away from Chuba Hubbard and being given to Rico Dowdle going forward because that was a phenomenal performance. And I don't want to say he single-handedly won the game because I think the Panthers did a really good job of showing resilience and, they were down 17-0 early in this game. And Carolina had to fight to make it a 17-10 game at the half. And to your point, hey, your boy had a tough start to this game. Really tough start.
Yeah. Bryce Young did not look good. Dolphins were up early, 17-0. But the Panthers really back. This was a really exciting game. I know. Like obviously, I was also paying attention to the Eagles, but
Yeah.
I was like bouncing between this game
I
and the
had
other
to,
game.
yeah.
But this game, very exciting towards the end. I had the Panthers winning in this game. Did you have the Panthers or did you have the Dolphins? I don't remember.
That was one of my 6 wins this week with the Carolina Panthers. I think I've taken the Panthers in every single week this year. I don't think I've picked against them once, and they're 2-3. So.
Yeah, but Tedero McMillan, Rico Dowdle over 200 yards. Just the Dolphins are bad. Dolphins, don't forget. I know they beat the Jets, but I'm saying Dolphins bad.
Well, I'll tell you what. Like, I was kind of punching air after they went up 17-0. I was like, how are you losing this shittily to the shitty Dolphins? Like, come on, man. So bad. Yeah, I mean, I did notice something during this game, and I feel like the Panthers, you notice they just kind of force the ball to Xavier Legette and just try to have him do things. You notice that?
Yeah, Xavier Legette, he had a big catch in this game, but low-key, he's kind of bad.
He's kind of booty, dude. It's weird. I watched the video on this breaking it down. It's like he's not a polished receiver. He's a freak athlete. Like, don't get me wrong, he's extremely fast.
He's just an athlete. Like, he didn't play much in college.
I think they should make him like a Cordell Patterson situation. That's what I think they should.
Ooh, yeah.
I could definitely see that because, like, there was one play where Tet was on the top, Xavier was on the bottom, and they both ran like a little curl route to the sticks, and you watch Tet's route, right? Breaks it off right at the sticks, goes right to the boundary, great separation. You watch Legette run the same play, and it's like he's just fading so far in. He's like, by the time he's like, perpendicular to the boundary, he's like 2 or 3 yards past the sticks. Gives a nice soft cushion for the DB to make a play on the ball. And the ball should absolutely go to Tet in this situation, but Bryce Young throws it to Legette for some reason. I don't know if that's just Bryce. I still don't think Bryce is reading NFL defenses quite right yet. I really don't.
I think he's not big enough. He can't see over the line. He's small.
If you think it's a height issue.
Bryce Young elite though. Bryce Young better than Patrick Mahomes?
Incorrect. It's a bad take. That's a bad take. No, but this wasn't a very exciting game. Just to touch on Rico one more time too. This is the second highest rushing total in Panthers franchise history. It's 206 yards.
Wow. Who's number one? Is it McCaffrey? Stewart?
If I was gonna say if I had rushing yards, so if I had to guess, I would probably say Jonathan Stewart, unless there's a guy I'm missing. trying to think. The Panthers were what, 2000? Were they 2002 expansion?
2000, I believe. No, that they were like in the 90s.
Or they were the Jaguars? They were 96.
They were the
97.
Jaguars. 2004 was the biggest one. With,
I don't really
Texans.
remember anybody besides Jonathan Stewart, so I'd have to look it up. Yeah, but one of the big things for the Panthers here is that they really started generating a lot of pressure on the opposing quarterback. And
D'Angelo Williams.
D'Angelo Williams. How can I forget D'Angelo Williams?
210 rushing yards against the New Orleans Saints.
That was
Jonathan Stewart had 206.
Oh, so he tied. Yeah.
He tied with Jonathan Stewart.
I did not have that written down. No, but the Panthers really started generating some pressure on Tua in this game. And I think that was a really big concern coming into the year. It's definitely a concern through the first 4 weeks, but finally paid off on Sunday. I think they finally started getting after the quarterback. Because you watch the first quarter of this game, first quarter and a half, Tua was just sitting back there the entire time. Dotting up. He was dotting up. And you give Tua time to throw. We shit on Tua a lot around this podcast, but he does have a good arm. And you give him time to throw, he's gonna make the throw.
Well, yeah, that's the big thing with Tua is like once you get him under pressure, like the whole Miami's offense and Tua in particular is all based on timing.
It's predicated on
throw up that timing, it messes up the whole play.
Yeah.
So and Tua is really good at that, and he's really good at operating that offense. But like if you mess with the timing at all, like I know in the Bills game there was a play that like he should have had the Jalen Waddle for a first down, but he was getting pressure and he wasn't able to throw it on time.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, Tua. Did he turn the ball over? Tua? I don't think he did.
No.
Tua turned the ball over.
He was not. It's 2 straight weeks without a turnover. He was sacked 3 times, but no turnovers.
Ever since the
he will
Tua
be
turned
spared.
the ball over award's been announced.
Dude,
he won it the first 3 weeks. De facto won it the first 2.
Yeah.
Won it week 3, but since then has not won the award.
We got this, man, bro. We got this. We got this guy straightened out a little bit. All right, let's move on to the 4:00 window. We got to start with this game. This game was just so good. Like, if you love offense, this may have been the second best football game of the year.
Game of the year.
And that's the of course I'm talking
Buccaneers
Seahawks. 38.
And you got the old unis.
Dude, those are
the
so
throwback unis.
clean.
Fresh.
Those are so clean. I love those jerseys. Anybody who doesn't like the cream jerseys, go scratch. Sorry, but needs to be said. They're great. Yeah, I mean, this is all offense in the second half. Of the 10 drives in the second half between both teams, 1 punt, 1 interception, 1 field goal, 7 touchdowns. 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
From Q2 onwards, the Seahawks had 5 straight touchdown drives until Darnold turned it over on the Seahawks' final drive of the game.
That's just an unfortunate play, too.
Yeah.
It like bounced off the lineman helmet to get picked.
Ultimately, it was the nail in the coffin. Yeah, dude, that was crazy, right? Like, I never see that off the helmet.
The ground, like how when they showed the initial.
I didn't know what happened.
I was like, what the hell? It was a pick. But then, like, obviously, when they showed like more of the replays, I was like, oh, that just sucks.
So it went off the Tampa Bay helmet and into the hands of the
Panthers regret bowl, as some people call it.
Literally. The stats for these two quarterbacks are unreal. Baker was 29 of 33, 379 yards, 2 touchdowns. Sam Darnold 28 of 34, 341 touchdowns, 341 yards. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. That interception obviously being the ultimate nail in the coffin. Kyle, how good is Emeka Egbuka though?
Oh my god, that one! There's also the Baker throw, but that one throw to the seam for the touchdown ended up being an octopus.
Dude.
Oh my lord!
That was literally
beautiful throw, incredible catch.
That was wide receiver porn,
is going to be rookie of the year.
Yeah, well, he's minus 110 to win.
I did mention during the preseason pod that during the New Heights interview with Baker Mayfield, he was asked what he's most excited for, and he said Emeka Egbuka, and it looks like. He is.
Yeah, man.
It was worth all of the excitement. And
dude,
he's so good. I'm upset. He was on my board, and I didn't get him.
I know, dude.
That was upsetting.
He actually, I was a little bit homer. I was actually higher on Tet, and I don't know. I'm still kind of.
But you did. I thought you didn't even get Tet.
I didn't get Tet in any of the leagues.
You didn't get Tet either.
I got Emeka in one league, and I didn't get Tet at all. I'd have to go back and see if I actually had a chance to get a Mecca, and if I did, I'm gonna be kicking rocks because if I had that guy higher on my board, I would have. I mean, I would have been cooking this year. He's minus 110 to win Offensive Rookie of the Year on DK. I'm surprised it's only that. I mean, you look at his stats, dude. So he was perfect 7 for 7, 7 catches on 7 targets, 163 yards. He had the touchdown. Obviously, Kyle had mentioned that he had the 2-point conversion as well. The octopus. Yeah, I mean, dude, he's just he's literally Ohio State just prints wide receivers. They do.
Yeah, and they're going to the Ohio State receiver on the other side, JSN,
Dude.
top 5 receiver in this league.
He was phenomenal.
He is incredible.
He was phenomenal.
He had some great catches. What did he finish with? I think he had a touchdown. He had over 100 yards.
It's like 130.
130. That's just he's been incredible. He's a star in this league. But like that again, game of the year potential right there.
Yeah.
Phenomenal second half. And the Panthers got to be kicking themselves because they have both these quarterbacks in their building.
Yeah.
And they have one lineup as a defensive end during practice.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I could talk more about this game and it was just a really back and forth game.
Yeah, I would watch the highlights.
I'd recommend watching the condensed replay. That's what I like.
One thing I was on Seattle this game. This was another KBT's game, but technically it would have hit because I think it would have been Seattle plus 3.5. But I thought Seattle was going to play well. But like this Bucks team, really good.
Man. I mean, and that's a tough road win in Seattle too.
Again, Eagles beating them. I know they collapsed when they almost lost, but the Eagles beating them.
That's a tough win, man. That's
a tough win, and it's huge for a tiebreaker because they're both 4-1.
And I was gonna say,
huge for tiebreaker.
Yeah, not only is it a good win, it's a conference win too against a team that's
exactly. I mean, if the Eagles had to lose any of those first five games, I would be like, I hope it's the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, was that our only AFC? Oh no, the Chiefs. We put the Chiefs in the AFC.
Chiefs, but like fuck the Chiefs.
Yeah, man.
My profanity.
Watch your profanity. Hey, we keep it lighthearted over here.
Yeah.
50% less cursing this year. That was our goal.
Trying to be more family friendly. Trying to expand our audience.
Well, I don't know how family friendly we're gonna keep it in this next game because I might have a lot to say. We're gonna
the game that ruined the Tease.
We're gonna talk about the dumbest way
because it got me in Final 3 in Survivor.
We're gonna talk about the dumbest way to lose a football game. We're gonna go to Arizona. We're gonna go to State Farm Stadium, and I mean, for the better part of this game, the Titans were on the field while the Cardinals were playing football. That's how I would describe it. They were just, I wouldn't even call it football. I mean, this one was 21-6. I'll take you to the third quarter. 5 minutes left. 21-6 Arizona. Yeah, Kyler getting domed. We were
yes, this overtook Gino for the Tua turned the ball over, turnover of the week, but it did not win the award.
No, because
it was on in the running.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know if it was just a miscommunication between the center.
This game ended up having 3 nominees.
Oh my
gosh! If you watch this game, you know what they are.
Yeah. Well, I think the last one was just more.
Well, no, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get
more
to the
incredible.
The award hasn't been awarded yet.
So Kyler's in the
just going through the progress.
Kyler's in shotgun. And there's an errant snap, domes him in the head. Tennessee recovers, but because the
rumors he got concussed from that.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. But because the Titans play football in Tennessee, they can't do anything with the ball, so they punt. Johnny Hecker drops it at the Arizona 2, but it's okay. Still 21-6, right? We're still chilling. Then, and I believe this is the winner, you have Imani DiMarcado, and he just does his best Adonai Mitchell impression. I mean,
this is actually not the winner, but this was a nominee.
How is this not the winner? This is the worst turnover. This is a way worse turnover than the second one.
This already happened last week with the Adonai Mitchell.
Yes, but that should be
the fumble return touchdown was the Tua turned the ball over turnover of the week is not necessarily the worst turnover.
Oh,
it's also the funniest and most consequential.
Oh, well then in that case, all right. So
the fumble return with the pick
and
the fumble and then the touchdown. That is by definition.
In that case,
the Tua turned the ball over turnover of the week.
Okay, in that case, then I agree with you because that one was way more hilarious.
The qualifications is it's hilarious.
I was under the impression that it was
the game,
right?
And it's bad. It's bad. That's the elements of the Tua turned the ball over turnover of the week.
See, I was under the impression that it was just literally the worst turnover, and that's it. So my bad.
No.
My bad for not understanding
It's
the
got to
assignment.
also be funny.
Yeah, so anyway, DeMarcado runs it 71 yards, and I thought so. There was Titans defender L'Jarius Sneed was
Low-key, I thought he crossed the plane.
no. So there was one angle where I was like, oh, this is definitively a touchdown, like it's absolutely a touchdown. But then you go to the
angle. I don't
boundary.
know if I saw the other angle.
There was a boundary can that was right on the line, and it was no, he threw it away. So I initially thought,
I didn't see the boundary cam that you're talking about, but I thought it was in. But
The
at
one-
the time, the principle of like this happened last week.
dude, it's
How do
yeah.
how do the coaches? How does Jonathan Gannon not have a meeting?
Did you
and
see
be
him
like,
on the sidelines after?
Don't do this. Yeah, he got fined $100,000.
What? Oh my!
Yeah, that just dropped. I saw a notification for that during the pod. He got fined $100,000.
Excuse my language.
That
The NFL is
for
a bunch
pushing
of
on him.
pussies because I would have absolutely slapped the shit out of him. I would have absolutely done the same thing that Gannon did, which was beating the crap out of the shoulder pad and be like, "What the hell are you doing?" Because he absolutely the boundary cam clearly showed like the picture I have on the thumbnail of DeMarcado, like that's the one where it's like, I don't know. The boundary cam clearly shows that he let it go early. And I initially
Either
thought,
way, you shouldn't be doing that. Out of principle, it's a fumble, even if it did barely.
First of all, he got to like the 15-yard line and like slowed up. So that's already it's already mistake number one. Obviously, mistake number two is throwing the ball away before you cross the goal line. But I initially thought that Jerry Sneed had knocked it out because you see on the replay that the Titans defender comes up from behind him.
Yeah, I thought his hand was gonna.
And I was like, oh my god, what a dumb play for like holding up. What a great effort play by Sneed. But then I look and I'm like, oh my god, he threw it away. He didn't even have. He was a day late and a dollar short. The Sneed was punching the ball out. No, he literally threw the ball like. If I'm the coach of that team, you're not getting another like. I would first of all.
You're not getting on the plane if they're away.
No, yeah, you're gonna find your own way home for sure. But I am having you take your shoulder pads off. That when you get to the sideline, you're done for today. Go to the showers. You're done. You're not seeing the field. He was out there after, like, which is just crazy to me. Like, I know Gannon shoot him out, but like that's crazy to me that he would even allow him on the field after that.
Yeah.
So that's number one. So this makes it a 28-6 game in the fourth quarter. So this basically ends the football game here because Tennessee has done absolutely nothing. All you needed was really one more score, and then you can just run the ball the rest of the game and probably win. But no, what happens is Tennessee takes over at the 20-yard line because it's a touchback, and they score on that drive. So that's a 14-point swing. You know? And because the Titans play Tennessee in football, and because they are the Tennessee Titans, of course they scored the touchdown. But what happens? Joey Sly yanks the extra point, so now it's still a 9-point game. So it's like, all right, still not going to matter. We're fine. 21-12.
We're chilling.
10 minutes, 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We're fine. Arizona goes 3-0. Now you're thinking, oh my God, what is going on here? What are we doing?
Yeah.
So then Tennessee starts driving again. And then we get to what is ultimately the rightful winner.
The Tua turn the ball over.
The rightful winner.
Turnover of the week.
Correct. You want to take us through this one? I mean, I have it written down what happened.
I don't remember. Basically what happened. What's the name of the Arizona defender that picked it? I don't remember his name. Did you write it down?
I don't know the name. I just have what happened because I wrote it down.
Anyway, what's it called? Cam Ward passes out to his left, and he throws it right to an Arizona defender who makes a great to the right, whatever. Yeah. He throws it to the right. Arizona defender who we're gonna look up his name because he's gonna get the award, especially at the end of the season when we give out all the awards.
Give him his flowers.
Give him his flowers. He even though you might not want him, he intercepts it. Great athletic play. Like basically like reaches out, gets like on the ground, about to get up. As he gets up, he fumbles it. There's a scramble for the ball. The ball goes to the end zone where it's recovered by Tyler Lockett of the Titans for a touchdown. And the game is now 21-19.
I had never seen it. So throws tipped, picked off. Then the DB fumbles. It bounces between 3 defenders, gets kicked into the end zone, and Lockett falls on. I have never seen anything in my life more stupid than that. But, Kyle, there's a but. I said they were down 9, right? So they kicked the PAT. So now we have a
Mhm.
21-19 football game.
Yes.
If you remember, and if you bet with us, you know that the fourth leg was Arizona minus 1.5.
1.5.
And
So we were
so
chilling.
I'm like, oh my God, we're fine. It's okay. We're chilling. We're still winning by 2. Then, because there's always a then.
Cardinal safety Darian Taylor Demerson with the Tua turn the ball over.
That's him. Okay.
Turnover of the week.
So we're crediting
Right
it.
on our
We're
list.
crediting it to the DB that fumbled.
He's gonna win the award.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna win the award.
The Titans force another punt, and at this point, you're just kicking it. You're punching air because Arizona has gone super conservative. They picked up 1 first down, and then they just went into a total shell. So now Tennessee gets the ball back with 1 minute and 53 seconds left, down 21-19, and they turn into Tom Brady and the 2007 New England Patriots. They just go ballistic. They had the long throw and catch to Calvin Ridley. I mean, they set him up for, I forget how long the field goal was that inevitably gave Tennessee the win, but it was so effortless on that drive.
It ended up being a,
I think it was a 30-9,
29-yard field goal.
29. They were so close.
Yeah, because they got set up by the big pass to Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
For 38 yards.
This was by far, and obviously I picked Arizona because everyone and their mother picked Arizona. If you were in a survivor pool this week, like Kyle, and you didn't pick Arizona, you are.
Shout out to the Rams for losing because Arizona was my original pick, but then the Rams lost, which I was a small survivor pool, so the Rams lost, which brought down to 6 people left.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, we're near the end. I think we're near the end game because I looked it up. Like statistically, if you're in a pool of like 20 or less, you're typically done by week 7 or 8. So I was like, oh, I think we're in the end game. And I swapped from Arizona to Detroit. And very, very happy I did.
That ended up being
now
a
I'm
good
in the
pick.
final 3.
Yeah, this was perhaps the biggest botch job I've ever seen in recent history. I guess the only other 2 that I can think of is the 28-3 Atlanta Falcons and the 33-0 botch job by the Colts a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm at a loss for words. I'm reconsidering my position on the KBTs, only because I believe we might be cursed, and I don't know.
No, it's because I put Dallas in there. That's why. The guys punished me for trusting Dallas.
No, I don't think that's why. I think somebody has placed a spell on either you or me or both of us at the same time. I know you've dealt with witches in the past. I know you have more experience.
I have experience with witches.
Yeah. I don't know if
but I have not. I am no longer in contact with the said witch.
Do you want to go into that at all, or?
No, I don't. That's a story for another time.
Okay.
But I think the curse is broken for my witch curse. So I don't think it's the witch. Could be another witch.
Yeah.
Could be the witch that cursed the Ravens. There's the girl on Twitter that paid an witch to curse the Ravens.
I think someone paid an Etsy witch to curse the KBTs because
the KBTs.
I don't think there's any other explanation. I mean, I don't know how they got our hair. Like, don't they need? I don't know.
We got 2 really bad KBTs beats, but
dude,
that just means I think we're due. And I personally am in love with the KBTs this week.
We'll get into that. We've got a few more games to get into. I guess let's go. Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess we can rapid fire. I mean, I do want to talk about this Commanders Chargers game a little bit because, hey, man, everyone discounted the Commanders here in a little bit. They get a
yeah. I'm kind of annoyed because I was on the Commanders all week, and then I was like, you know what? I don't like the Commanders, and I went with the Chargers.
You know, I really wasn't. And I'm upset at myself because I was praising the Commanders a few weeks ago. I guess it was a week too early where I picked them last week against Atlanta. But this one, I mean, so the Chargers went up 10-0 really early, and this was I alluded to this earlier in the show where they were one of the 6 teams that were down double digits and ended up winning. Yeah, I mean the Chargers were. I wouldn't say they were a juggernaut. They weren't really moving the ball too well. I mean, you saw
Chargers' issues is their offensive line. Honestly, they're really banged up. And then Omarion Hampton getting hurt. That just sucks. As someone who was really high on him for Rookie of the Year and in fantasy, Big rep.
Yeah. I just feel like they didn't really make they didn't make good on their opportunities that they had. They had a fumble that they recovered. Tier Tart knocked it out and recovered it. They didn't really make good on that. There were a couple of turnovers that were late in the game. Herbert threw a couple interceptions in this one. There was the one at the goal line, which is just really, really bad. Which is
Yeah, it was really
not
bad.
a good throw.
And then Quentin Johnson had a fumble.
Yeah,
that
early.
was really bad.
That was early. That was when it was 10-0.
That was upsetting that he did that because I lost a fantasy matchup. Actually, I should have mentioned it during the Cardinals game.
Yeah.
I lost by 8. If me and Marcano doesn't fumble, I would have won because I would have won by 0.1. Very upsetting.
We did the math, right? Because he would have got 0.1 for the one additional
for the yard,
and then he would have
gotten the fumble.
The fumble would have been gone, and then the -2, and then the
touchdown.
6-point touchdown. So you would have ended up winning by less than 0.1. Oh, bad beat.
Very upsetting.
Bad. But you also lost because of Johnston fumbling.
So I can't complain. No, well, like Johnson fumbling was another -2. So like obviously.
Oh, that just compounded it.
That's just it would have been closer.
And a guy who's really his only issue in his career was holding on to the football. I mean, before last year it was the drops, but now, it sucks. I mean, he doesn't really have a fumbling issue this year. It's just the one fumble.
I don't know. I'm still really high on Quentin Johnson.
I am too.
Be like a top. He's a top.
I am too. He really hasn't showed any signs of slowing down yet. But I mean, the fumble was costly only because Washington was able to turn it into a touchdown and then cut it the lead to 3, and then after that. It was really all.
Trey Lance ended up getting in the game. It was a blowout.
Yeah, I mean, and they tied it up at the half. I mean, you had the punt, right? It was the Commanders were deep in their
deep in their own territory.
Deep in their own end zone. They punted. Ladd McConkey returned it for a touchdown, but then there was the roughing the punter penalty, which I mean it stinks, and I saw a lot of people complaining about this, but. The rule is if you make contact to the plant leg, forcible contact to the plant leg, unless you touch the ball, obviously, unless you block the punt in any way. If you make forcible contact to that plant leg, it's going to be roughing the punter every single time. So it was a good call by rule. I really don't have an issue with that rule. I think you have to protect the punter in that. I mean, obviously, I like the rule if you touch the ball, I mean, plow him over, whatever. But then the next play... Daniels finds Luke McCaffrey for 50 yards, set up Washington at the Chargers 33 with 30 seconds left. They get the field goal. They have all the momentum going into the half. And then after that, it was just smooth sailing. The Commanders take the lead on the opening drive. I remember Tyler Conklin dropped a really easy pass on 4th and 2. And then Washington took over when they're already up 10. Debo added the late touchdown to make it 27, and that was the final score. So, I mean, great resilience by the Commanders. They were down 10-0 early, and just another notch in the young career of Jaden Daniels. I mean, the guy's elite, and yeah, I mean, to your point, right? The Chargers, they're a little bit banged up right now, and I think they're gonna have to go over the rough waters. They're gonna have to heal up, but they're gonna have to figure it out because Joel Alt's out for a little bit now, and obviously, without Rashawn Slater and now Marion Hampton, that offense changes. Absolutely, the offense changes. All right, let's finish the 4:00 games real quick. We'll touch briefly on the massacre of the most recent massacre of the Cincinnati Bengals. The Lions thrash the Bengals 37-24. I think those week 1 concerns for Detroit are far gone. They're very, very distant at this point.
Detroit looks really good.
Yeah, they look really good. I think the only,
I think really the only takeaway of this game is Detroit's really good. Bengals are really bad.
Yeah,
I think we go on to Sunday
essentially, night. Yeah. I will say the O-line looked a little bit.
Bengals did recover an onside kick though.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you thought they might have had a chance there at the little bit at the end.
He might have thought it, but
the Detroit O-line.
I remember I was watching that with my dad, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know, Kyle. Bengals might have a chance." And I was like, "Absolutely not." And as soon as that happened, I think they got an interception.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, "Yeah."
Jake Browning added 3 more interceptions to his resume. That's 8 in 4 games. So he's gonna be not starting any more football games, presumably. Yeah,
just trade for Joe Flacco.
I don't know, man. They're gonna have to make another move because I don't see that Joe Flacco thing working out for very long. Jamar Chase was again a garbage time god. He had 111 110 yards, 2 touchdowns in this one. I'd say the only takeaway for the Lions that you might have to be a little bit concerned about, the O-line seemed a little bit mouchard without Taylor Decker. They allowed 4 sacks in this one, but I mean, you put up 37 points. I don't think anybody's gonna bat an eye at that. So Lions get the win. But yeah, let's talk about Sunday Night Football, because this game was just 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up for this game. The Patriots take the win in Buffalo, ending I guess they were the last unbeaten team. The Bills were unbeaten no more, 4-1. The Patriots get the lead, or get the win here. Yeah, Kyle, tell me about this one, because you were high on the Patriots going into this game.
I was high on the Patriots.
Gotta credit
Drake
you,
May,
man.
top 10 quarterback.
I think it's a reasonable argument.
Ben Murphy. This is it was going to be a passing of the torch type game. I thought 7.5 was disrespectful, as I've been saying. I think I've been saying, like, when the Bills and Eagles, both being the undefeated teams entering the week, Bills had a much easier schedule.
Yeah.
Bills defense has not impressed me. I thought that the Patriots would keep it close. Obviously, they did, and they won. So I just thought the spread was disrespectful. And honestly, I picked the Patriots, and I love the spread, which I hammered. Matt has evidence of that.
Yeah.
And then I got, like, I got the mentality of the Eagles can't be undefeated, no one can. So that kind of pushed me into also betting the Patriots money line. And I Drake May arrived. Stephon Diggs, I think he's fully recovered from his injury. He had a phenomenal game.
Oh my God,
something
dude.
to prove against the Bills.
I love that. I think
I will say, as good as the Patriots looked, and I think they looked good, and I think they deserve to win this game. I think the media, obviously, is all over Drake May playing really good and stuff. I don't think they're talking about how much the Bills lost this game. The Bills had some bad turnovers, which they haven't had in a long time.
I mean,
they had some costly penalties.
Yeah.
I think it was a lot of the Bills losing this more than the Pats winning, to an extent, just from watching this. But I mean, as someone who was high on the Pats, I'm glad they won the game.
I mean,
and the Pats schedule really easy coming up.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
if they keep this momentum going, they could easily make the playoffs.
I mean, that's
after a little bit of a rocky start.
It's a huge win for the Patriots, because I mean, you dropped this game, right? So you dropped this game.
Yeah, you drop this, then you're 2-3.
Bills are 5-0, and you're
2 games away from the division.
Yeah, no, you're 3 games out of the division, and as opposed to 1 game out of the division now. Yeah, I mean, you talk about the costly penalties the Bills had and the costly turnovers. 5 first quarter penalties. I don't know what they finished with. I don't think it was I think it was like 13 penalties or something like that. 11. They had 11 penalties in this game for 90 yards. I'm surprised it was only that much, but 5 in the first quarter. You had fumbles all around. You had Josh Allen fumbling the ball. Keon Coleman had a fumble. Robert Spillane knocked it out. Really good play by Robert Spillane, by the way. New England recovers that one within the red zone. Buffalo makes a good stand on that, though. New England only gets a field goal. It was 3-3. I think the offensives were kind of, it was a very defensive game. It was almost like a chess match. You go back and watch this game. It's almost like a chess match. I gotta sound off here for a little bit on this whole Travion Henderson thing. I'm convinced that Travion Henderson must have plowed Mike Vrabel's wife or something, because there's no reason Ramondre is getting many carries, dude.
I think some of it is just the fact that, like, he's a rookie, he's coming into the system.
Dude,
I saw something online that like the system they're running here is nothing really like what he ran in college. And like everyone always says running backs are kind of like plug and play, but there's a little more.
This guy is. Oh my God, this guy is though, Kyle. He's so much better. I mean, obviously.
I think he's gonna get more carries, especially now that Gibson's out for the
Yes,
year.
but that's not the reason he should be getting more carries.
I'm being devil's advocate here. And Ramondre low-key look good. It's just a fumbling issue.
Yeah, that's a big freaking issue, man. There's no reason. So what was it? Josh Allen fumbled. Patriots get the ball. Ramondre fumbles again. He has like 5 fumbles on the year. There's no way that Travion Henderson does not get another touch after that. They had Ramondre in the game after that. It was crazy. He fumbles. He gets more carries before Henderson gets one. Then they bring in Gibson for the lead back, and he fumbles, and Henderson freaking recovers it. And he still doesn't get a carry for the rest of the drive. Like, it's just absolutely crazy. It's absolutely. He only had 6 touches in this game. What was his line? What was his line, you might ask? 24.5. What did I do? I took the over. What did he end up with? 24 on the dot. I hate Mike Vrabel, dude. Stinks.
Rip. Big rip.
Get this guy at least 10 carries a game. I guarantee you will see a dramatic turnaround in the Patriots offense. End of rant. Yeah, I mean, how good was Stephon Diggs in this game, though? How
phenomenal.
Oh my God. I was actively rooting for him. He was tweaking. That one catch he had on the sidelines was
shout out to
awesome.
all the people in Dynasty that wouldn't accept my trades for Stephon Diggs
Keep
because
him.
they were like, he's old and
Keep
bad.
him.
And I'm keeping him now.
Good.
You
Good
fools.
for you. I mean, he was just great. That one catch he had on the sidelines was awesome.
Yeah, he played phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, and he's really come a long way, right? I mean, you go back and watch this guy from growing up in Minnesota and playing with the Vikings. Bit of a diva when he comes to Buffalo, right? Can't really get the big win. Sad all the time, whatever. He was being a leader on the sidelines. I mean, even after the Ramondre turnover, he was still getting his guys in order. I mean, I love to see a guy like that step up on the sidelines, and especially when he's playing as well as he did.
Yeah, they were
You
saying
can
on the
really,
broadcast,
really
like,
rally
even in
behind
Houston,
that.
he was really good, and even in Buffalo, he was a little bit of a leader. I know he's a little divish, but I think that's like most receivers. One thing, like with receivers in general, is just like a lot of reason. Somebody was saying this I saw on Twitter, but they were saying that a lot of reason why receivers are like diva-esque is because like you could run your route perfectly and be wide open, but it's so dependent on like the offensive line, the quarterback seeing it. There's so many other variables that even though because you're kind of like in a bubble on the outside,
Right? Yeah.
You could run the most perfect route, be wide open, and then have something else happen, and you don't get the ball.
Yeah.
And like you could I could see that frustrating you for a while. I know in Turkey Bowl, there's times where I feel like obviously I'm not a reliable receiver in Turkey Bowl, but there's times where I get wide open and I get a little frustrated. I don't get the ball thrown to me.
Yeah, it's also because you have bricks for hands, my boy.
Yeah, we'll see this Turkey Bowl. Man.
Oh my
Turkey Bowl
God.
20.
Well, there's one really funny part of this. I don't know if you watched that play where Joshua Farmer like straight up tackled James Cook after way after the play was over. Like,
yeah,
I thought that was really funny. But I think the Bills ended up getting a touchdown on this drive. There were some miscues. There was that play and then the roughing the passer on that play.
Yeah.
New England had a 20-17 lead at that point with about 7.5 left in the fourth quarter. And we'll jump ahead to about 6 minutes in the fourth quarter. It was a 3rd and 1. Becomes a 3rd and 6 because of a false start, which is another miscue by the Patriots. You're starting to wonder at this point. And I know the Bills had a ton of penalties in this game, but I think the Patriots had not as many, but they were very timely. Very, very timely.
They
miscues.
did have very timely penalties. It's like the same thing with the Broncos Eagles game. Like people, I've heard people say, oh, the Broncos had more penalties. The ones the Eagles got were really bad.
They were
penalties for in the terms of the game.
Either bad calls or just like I said.
No, not bad calls, but I'm saying
bad.
Like the timeliness of the penalties.
May get sacked in the next play. Buffalo.
Yeah, but I think the Bills had so many penalties. I'm looking it up right now.
They had 11.
The
11 accepted.
11 penalties.
Yeah, 11 accepted
for 90 yards,
which is high. But I thought it was going to be more because they had 5.
Yeah.
I think they kind of settled down in the second and third quarters, but even in the fourth quarter, right? They had a lot of.
Pats did also have a lot of penalties too. 8 for 93.
Yeah. 8 for 93.
The turnovers though, only one turnover to 3.
But here's another thing, right? So the red zone defense by the Patriots was stellar, extremely stellar. Multiple times in this, you were just waiting for Buffalo to take this game by the cojones and just run away with it. Never happened. Patriots were leading for a lot of this game. Buffalo got the ball back, but they only tied it with a field goal to make it 20-20 with 2:17 left. And then the Patriots get the ball. He had 2 completions, one to Diggs and one to Booty. And New England set up in field goal range. And then you got the rookie, right? Andre Borregales from 52 yards. I had people texting me during the game. They're like, oh, no way this guy's going to make it. nails it from 52. New England takes the lead with 23-20. The Bills do get the ball back, but there's a pass to Joshua Palmer. Stays in bounds at this point. The Bills have no timeouts. Time runs out. Patriots win 23-20. Did you see Diggs in the locker room by chance after the game?
Yeah,
He was like,
nuts.
beep, bap, beep, bap. Oh, dude, that's a revenge. I know he didn't score, but what did he finish with? It was like 100.
He had over 100 yards. I think he had like 10 catches for like 120 or something
should
like
have
that.
a stat
I'm looking
line.
it up right now.
10 catches,
Give me
146 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude was
146 yards. Yeah,
dude was tweaking.
on 12 targets.
So
It was
yeah,
so nuts.
big game, big.
Drake May legacy game.
Yeah, I mean,
I texted my anonymous Pat source that's confirmed that Drake May's a top 10 quarterback. I texted Drake May legacy drive coming during the field goal drive, and he did it.
is your anonymous Patriot
Did also
source
text the same
a-
thing before the Eagles like fail Mary drive for Jalen Hurts to my sister, but we don't need to talk about that.
All right, let's move on to the final game of the week. We've got the
Trevor Lawrence's birthday,
Chiefs
baby.
and the Jaguars.
What a game.
Jaguars.
Go Jags. My Jags.
31-28. The Jaguars take this one. And I was on them, and I'm so happy I was. It was very, very fun to root for. Duval.
They are very. I love Jacksonville. They're so fun to root for.
Duval.
Duval. It was frustrating though. Trevor, like I know he won the game, but oh my god,
So
that Jacksonville offense was so frustrating.
I know. So right off the bat, like, when's the last time we had a primetime game in Jacksonville? A standalone primetime game. I can't remember the last one. I was concerned at first because you looked out at the crowd.
Oh no, there's always Jacksonville Titans Thursday night.
That doesn't.
It happens like every year,
That's
pretty much.
stupid.
So,
A Monday
not
night
this year, but...
or a Sunday night game. That's what I'm talking. Any schlub team can get a Thursday night game. They give those out like it's freaking candy on Halloween.
Mhm.
I'm talking about Sunday night and Monday night. That's where if they give you a Sunday night or a Monday night home game, that means they care about you. That means you matter. I don't remember the last time the Jaguars had one of those at home. I was concerned though because the crowd was like 50-50. I don't know about.
Yeah, there was a lot. When they did the national anthem, you
There
hear
was
Chiefs.
so much red.
When they did Home of the Chiefs.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh shit.
Also, I hate the Chiefs. Oh my god.
Same amount of red.
When that pick play for Travis Kelce's touchdown, when as soon as it happened,
We're gonna
like Pat Mahomes and like 3 Chiefs were like 1 yard.
I want to go
Oh
chronological
my god,
here.
that pissed me off.
I want to go chronological here because we will.
They knew it right away.
So I feel like at first the Jaguars, like you said, you alluded to them being a very frustrating offense. There was no consistency in the play calling. Like you had like T-Law running
so
like
many delay games.
They were
Oh
delayed.
my
They had
God,
2
it was
delay
so
games that were just like,
frustrating to
oh,
watch.
it was like scratching a chalkboard, dude. You had that one play where early in the game where T-Law like ran 3 yards over the line of scrimmage and was throwing it like,
Yeah, and
what are you
threw it like,
doing?
oh my god.
Like, come on. I will say that triple reverse play that the Chiefs had was kind of cool in the first quarter.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was
Andy
cool.
Reid's got some cool stuff.
I like that. Then you had the Tyquan Thornton catch, which I think he caught it, but I don't.
Yeah,
like,
he caught
the
it.
ball looked like it hit the ground, but I don't know because shitty ESPN's being shitty and they didn't show any worthy replays.
Yeah, they didn't show another replay. That was annoying, but like my initial view is
I
that
think he caught it. Yeah, I think it was fine. Yeah.
It did bobble, but I was like, I think he had his hand
But
under
then,
it.
yeah, dude, the OPI, like, which is so obviously OPI, dude. Like,
What, the pick play?
the goal line with
Travis
the one
scored
that Kelsey scored on.
That pissed me off so much. I hate Mahomes so much. All he does
Oh
is
my!
he
It wasn't just
exploits
him. It was
the
like
rules or whatever,
everybody,
just begs
dude.
for flags. Every time he was begging the flag, it pissed me off. As soon as that happened, I was like, "That's a pick play."
Dude, they're
and
all
he
like,
just runs him. They all run after. They're like 1-1-1. It's within 1
Yeah,
yard. Within 1
it was
yard.
absolutely
I was
not.
like, That's definition of pick play. I know technically it's the 1 yard line, but like, just Jesus Christ, that's so bad.
That's the.
That's who you want as your face of your lead, just begging for penalties to help him win. God, he pissed me off so much.
That's the play that they should show.
He knew. They knew it was a pick play. As soon as it happened, they immediately run to the refs.
No, dude, they immediately.
They knew it was.
What is it? Mike Pereira immediately came on. Was like, I don't know what they're doing. That's OPI. Yeah. Like, and they're like, oh, 1 yard, Mahomes, 1 yard. That is literally the
Taylor
play.
Swift told us we gotta pick it up.
That's literally the play that they show up and coming officials. Like, oh, here's your example of what OPI is.
Yeah.
I don't understand. So they take the lead on that, which is just mind-boggling.
Pissed me off.
And then, late into the first quarter, early second quarter, I think T-Law starts to settle in a little bit. Starts diagnosing the defense on the Jaguars' third drive. He had a couple,
they get all the way down to the one.
Couple nice audibles. Oh, yeah. And then the Chiefs' dark magic strikes again. Nick Bolton, I mean, a phenomenal play by Nick Bolton. Knocked it out. They tried to go over the top on fourth down. At the goal line, T-Law gets the ball knocked out of his hands, and Kansas City recovers. Just unbelievable. I mean, this is literally stuff. This is what happens when you sell your soul to Satan, in my opinion. I don't personally know this because I don't mess with those types of people, but this is what I imagine the type of powers that you get when you do something like that. So the Chiefs make a great play and take over.
Then they go all the way down the field.
Yeah, it was the Swift. Yeah, it was about 11 minutes 30 seconds left in the second. Yeah, it was like they just. It was crazy to me how the Jaguars rushed 3 and Thornton still finds himself wide open for a 20-yard game. Swift Chiefs touchdown. They go up 14-0. There was a controversial. This is one of the only ones that kind of I thought went against the Chiefs was that controversial PI call against Brian Thomas on 3rd and 15 that kept the ball moving.
That was PI.
I didn't think it was PI. I just thought he slipped. I didn't really see an angle where he pulled Brian Thomas Jr. down.
I'll take it though. I actually, you're right. I think I said at the time when I was watching it with my fiance, I said that I was like, I think that's a makeup call for the pick play.
I think so as well. So I believe, did the Jaguars score on that?
They did score on that drive. Then we got the end of the half.
Yeah, they scored on that drive.
Jags score again.
They forced the 3 and outs.
Who
that was when Travis Hunter. That was the play that Travis Hunter had the long 41-yard catch.
Incredible catch.
You know what that
44-yarder.
You know what that reminded me of?
He climbed the ladder. Oh my god.
That looked very Devontae Smith-esque. Very Smith-esque.
Dude, love Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
I will get to that for the one more thing. You know what? It's a small thing. I'll say during the broadcast they were talking about Travis Hunter. They were talking about Travis Hunter, and they're like, Travis Hunter. He was getting interviewed. He's like, "Whoa, what do you like?" And he's like, "I only like 3 things: football, fishing, and video games."
And not like, he was.
Yeah, beer to that list. That's me. I am Travis Hunter.
You're Travis Hunter if you didn't have 4-4 speed.
Yeah, true.
So T-Law ties it, takes it in himself. The Prince on his birthday, by the way. I mean, I said it was a birthday party. It was actually Trevor Lawrence's birthday yesterday.
And the day before was Travis Kelce's birthday.
Correct.
Big birthday party.
And then you get down to the end of the third quarter. Mahomes picked off at the goal line. Devin Lloyd again. Dude, Devin Lloyd? Is that like
shout out to Devin Lloyd at the end of the return touchdown. I don't know if you saw this, but instead of being like Adonai Mitchell, instead of being the previous 2 would turn the ball over, turnover of the week winners.
Correct.
You could tell when he got close, he like tucked it.
Yeah, man. That's what I would be doing.
Like even the broadcasts were like shout out to them, and I was like, "Let's go, Devin Lloyd."
That's his 4th interception.
Congratulations.
That's his 4th interception in 5 games. It's just unreal.
Yeah, dude's going off right now.
The longest pick 6 in Jaguars history.
99
yards. Yeah, and this was just a bad throw by Patrick Mahomes. He tried to find Juju on the slant and just never saw Devin Lloyd covering it up.
Devin Lloyd just popped back into coverage. It was an incredible play by him.
Yeah, it was a great play, but
overall, like just awesome.
That's the type of throw.
I always root for Mahomes interceptions.
Well, that's the type of throw you expect a guy like Patrick Mahomes to avoid, though. So it was very surprising.
Exactly.
Then you get a 63-yard return on the ensuing kickoff, negated. And this is where I saw a lot of this time. I think it was like 2 or 3 times.
There was a lot of penalties on the Chiefs during the
on the kickoffs, right? So they had Nico Remigio brings it back 63 yards, negated by a hold. So now they're backed up again. Into the fourth quarter, the Chiefs start putting a drive together, but a hold. There's a delay of game. A couple of deep incompletions stall the drive, so the Jags get the ball back.
Yeah, they punt. Then they miss a PI on the
and then here's the other worst call. Chiefs just getting away with everything. T-Law is picked off. Everybody's pissed off. There were 0 replays before the commercial break. I don't know what ESPN's doing. It's 100%, 110% illegal contact. And this is arguably worse than the pick play, in my opinion, because it's just so obviously, like, where are we looking? he literally decks.
Yeah, you can see Trevor Lawrence's face after that play. He's like shocked.
Everybody
Shell-shocked.
is just like, what the hell is going on? We're not even playing the Chiefs. We're playing the Chiefs and the officials because it's just completely asinine to me. And again, ESPN avoiding every single replay that you can do because they're just trying to hide the fact that the officials are trying to rig this football game. I don't know if it's rigging. I don't know if it's just that there's a script. I have no idea, but there is something fishy going on, and it's getting worse. And yeah. So the Chiefs again capitalize on some bullshit. We're somehow tied at 21. It should absolutely be 21-10 or something in that range. Jaguars get the ball back with about 8 minutes left. They tack on a field goal to make it 24-21. There's a hold by Jawan Taylor on this. There was another hold. I don't know if you saw that. It was obviously a hold by Jawan Taylor, extended the drive for Kansas City. And they ended up getting a touchdown on that. And they somehow have the lead at this point. And at this point, you're just like...
Yeah, Kareem Hunt touchdown. That was upsetting.
You're just... At this point, you're just like, is anybody besides Chiefs fans happy about this? Like, maybe Colt and Texan fans, but, like, is anybody realistically happy about this? What's going on right now? Because if the Jaguars lost this game, we'd be singing a much different tune right now. I feel like you and I both would be singing a much different tune. Because it was just so...
Go Jags, though.
Go Jags, because guess what happens? The ensuing kickoff, right? So the Chiefs take a 27-24 lead.
Goes out of bounds.
OB, baby. Harrison Butker out of bounds. Jags start at the 40. There was a huge throw and catch by T-Law and Brian Thomas. Huge gain of 33. Yep. On 3rd and 9, nonetheless. I mean, you got down to 3rd and 9. You're like, oh, my God.
Well, yeah, they got 3rd and 9 because of all the penalties.
Yeah, there was another.
There's so many delay. That last drive, I know they scored and they
it was...
the game. That was so hard to watch.
44 seconds left in the game. Again, there's a delay of game. Like, what are we doing, Jacksonville? I believe Robert Hainsey, the starting center, got hurt in this game. So I don't know if that had something to do with it.
He did get hurt in this game. Yeah,
I don't know.
Strange also got hurt, as we've already mentioned.
Yeah, and then there was the Kansas City DPI. I don't know. I guess that was a good call. At this point, I don't really care.
That was so DPI.
Yeah, I think
the guy was blocking. The guy wasn't even looking at the ball. He was all over Brian.
Yeah, I think it was a good call. At this point,
that pissed me off because I would have also won my fantasy matchup had Brian Thomas caught that touchdown.
Stinks. Within 28 seconds left, T-Law fall. Dude, this was the insane. This was just a great play.
Did you see Chris Jones on this play?
No, I didn't. You
need to rewatch this play and watch Chris Jones because he gives the effort of a lifetime. And by effort of a lifetime, he's like walking the entire play.
I was gonna say, I feel like you're being sarcastic about that. Yeah,
pure sarcasm,
dude. It was
you
crazy.
Need to watch it. It's hysterical.
Falls once, falls twice, gets up, runs it in. Jaguars take the freaking lead, baby.
Let's go, Jacksonville. Duval.
I love, dude. You know what? Rooting for that Jaguars team is just a hoot. I love it.
Dude, this Jacksonville team. Oh, I'm pissed. It's gonna be Colts Jags.
I know. I don't know who to root for.
One of them's gonna win, and I like them both.
I might abstain from picking that game and just objectively watch.
I was a big Jags guy at the beginning of the season. I got to root for my Jags.
All right, let's get in. I guess. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna. You chill out here for just 1 second. I'm gonna get something.
Oh my lord! Look at this dude. Just leaving in the middle of the pod. We're already running so long. Jesus. Anyway, KBT's time. We're just gonna get into that because we gotta stay under 2 hours, Matt. We gotta do better with this timing. The people want short and succinct.
It's okay. I'm back. All right.
Anyway, we're gonna rip through this KBT because it's amazing.
Before you get into the teas, we have to do a little bit of something because I feel like we need to cleanse the air. I feel like we need. Because I'm convinced at this point that we've been cursed.
That we've been cursed?
Dude, I don't think there's any other... Like, the way that the Cardinals lost that game, like, it was personal.
And the Packers in week 4, the one that...
That was personal, too. So, in an effort to just kind of alleviate some of the distractions and negative energy that's... out there right now, and I feel like it's a lot against us. I don't know, like, have you done anything recently to do this? Like, I feel like I've been a decent human.
I don't know. I've just all
I
my
haven't
good luck has gone towards my survivor pool and my straight bets.
Yeah.
But the KBTs and my fantasy rosters have been the ones suffering.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna bring Liz in here, and she's gonna.
I'm not showing my face.
All right. Well, I have some sage here, Kyle.
Oh, huge.
We're just gonna do a little bit of this. We get a
What
little,
was it that you were saging for?
the KBTs. We're saging for the KBTs.
We're saging it.
All hail the KBTs.
Yeah. Liz is saying.
May luck be brought to them. May their
We're
losing
saging.
streak be over.
Yeah. All right. I think that should be good. She said her words. All right. We've been saged. We've been blessed. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate it. All right. With that out of the way, Kyle, please give us your week 6 bets.
So my logic for the KBTs this week, as I've been saying, I am in a league with spreads, and honestly, some of the times the KBTs, like what I think I should do picks based on spreads that I think are gonna hit, because I've been very phenomenal with picking spreads so far this season. I've been at minimum nine spread corrects every week. 9 picks.
Wait, is that the
correct
last
spread
piece?
every week?
No, send me some.
So, because some of the games where I had KBTs, like like the Cardinals, I switched it to Titans because I didn't fully believe. So
Okay.
these I would take just the spread. I don't even need to tease it. But here we go.
All right. I'm in.
First game, obviously, we're in attendance. The standard is if you're in attendance for the game, it's in the KBTs.
Correct.
And it will be the Eagles minus 0.5. So Eagles money line
Oh my God.
at the Giants.
Please.
Eagles are going to cover the spread. Eagles are going to get a back right game.
I agree.
Giants suck. Give me the Birds.
Agreed. Next.
Easy, simple enough. Next game, give me the Browns plus 12
Huh?
at the Steelers. I low-key liked how the Browns played with what's it called, with the rookie Dylan Gabriel. I think the biggest thing for them was their offense. Steelers low-key haven't really impressed me much. Steelers have only won. The Steelers' biggest win margin this season is 7 points against the Patriots, and that was even with the Patriots doing 4 turnovers. This game's Browns Steelers head-to-head, their past 6 matchups, plus 12 has covered in all but one of them, which was, again, I think that was like 3 years ago. So please give me the Browns plus 12, a lot of points. Browns low-key. I don't see the Steelers blowing them out, so I give me plus 12, a lot of points. Next game, give me Colts plus 0.5. Colts are legit. Colts are at home playing a Cardinals team. The Cardinals vibes right now, I feel like, are similar to the Bears after the Hail Mary. After the Hail Mary by Jaden Daniels. I think the Titans killed them, and I think the Colts are going to win. So I think Colts are going to win big too.
I like that.
So I think give me Colts over Cardinals. Basically, Colts money line with tie insurance at 0.5.
Am I reading this right?
And give me our last game, which low-key shocked that they're dogs. Give me the Lions plus 9.5.
Kyle,
Sunday
that
Night
is crazy
against the Chiefs.
Because I was looking. I'm gonna let you finish in a minute. I was just looking at the slate just to see because I didn't have anything written down for week 6. And you could see on the if you watch this back, my reaction when I saw it, I was like, Chiefs are minus 2.5. What? Oh my God!
Maybe Chiefs at home. People think Chiefs are due, but like the Lions are a much better team. Part of the reason why I picked the Jags last week was like obviously the Chiefs blew out the Ravens. Everyone's saying they're back. The Ravens low key are really bad. So give me the Lions. I think that's a transitive property game.
Oh, big
so
time!
I think the Lions are going to win.
Time.
Even if they lose, this Chiefs team's not blowing anybody out.
Hell no.
So give me 9.5 points. I think that's the safest bet of the week.
I love that one. I think the only other one I'm up in the air about is the Browns, just because the Browns.
See, part of the reason too, I went with the Browns. I knew you probably weren't gonna like it, but last week's KBTs, and I think one of the other ones, I asked you for advice instead of going with my gut, and my gut picks would have been successful legs. I'm just going with my gut there.
Was mine not?
Well, no, I think yours was not. You let me pick more like conservative picks. Like last week, I was on the Pats, which we didn't take. That could have replaced the Cardinals pick. Same with Seattle. That could have replaced the Cardinals pick because I probably would have replaced it with Lions if I went with one of my other ones.
You said.
I'm just going with my gut here. straight. And
Look,
I think Browns are going to cover +5.
I'm gonna let
I
you
think
cook.
all those picks, I think they cover just the spread in general. So I would parlay it too.
That's
In
fine.
fact, I think I will. I am going to
Go
parlay
ahead, double tip.
as well.
No, I'm gonna let you cook.
1,200.
I'm gonna let you cook if that's what you gotta do.
+1,200 for a parlay on this. I put him 50 down, double units, because we're due for a win. And I'm also going to parlay, and I'm going to put half a unit on the parlay.
We're due for a win. We're due.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a freaking winner, Kyle. I was gonna say I'll let you cook, but like, you gotta cook, man. So you gotta be in that.
I believe
you gotta be in that kitchen. I mean, through the first 4 weeks, the gas is not even turned on. So first 5 weeks. All right, book it, bet it, love it, do it. I guess let's segue into the rest of week 6 while we're at it. As Kyle said, he will be in attendance at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey for the Eagles and Giants matchup this Thursday, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eagles -6.5. Yeah, I mean, I don't see the Eagles not covering 6.5. Even though the Giants offense has been really good and the Eagles offense has been kind of mushad. This is a get right game. Then they got that vibe, man. We own the Giants.
Yeah, this is a get right game.
I think it's a get right game for Philadelphia. So I like them. I like them -6.5, but as Kyle said, Eagles money line. They got to win this game. Sunday, we're back in London for the Broncos and Jets. The Broncos are 7.5 point favorite. That's 9:30 a.m.
This was a game I was also considering for the Broncos because the Jets are bad, but it is an international game, and I'm low key pissed.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. I mean, I would.
I know. I feel like Jets low key kind of due for a win because like a lot of the games they're losing, it's more they're losing themselves. But I believe in who the hell is their coach? I can't blanking on the name. No, the coach of the Jets, Aaron Glenn. Yeah, I still believe in Aaron Glenn. I think they're gonna do an unexpected win, neutral.
Yeah,
field.
Maybe I can see.
We'll see what happens. It's a little gut feeling on it,
yeah.
but I'm not saying bet it, but just a little gut feeling. Maybe it's just because I'm pissed at the Broncos.
Yeah, I think it's definitely more of that. I think it's definitely more of that for sure. I think we would have been more on the Jets had they had to go from Denver to London. That would have been tough, but now they're on the East Coast. They get to stay in Philly, presumably. I don't see them going back to Denver before going to London. So that's a big plus for them, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably gonna take Denver. I'd like to see the Jets win a game before I sell my soul to the devil, but we'll see. We got the Cardinals and Colts at 1:00. Cardinals are a 6.5 point dog, rightfully so. Go Colts. Kyle said we got the Browns and Steelers. That game's also at 1:00. Steelers -5.5. See, now this is a game where I would have thought you go with the over or the under here. I know we don't love unders, not the sexiest thing, but 38.5, tease that up. That's what, 45.5. Under 40.
For what game? The Colts?
Browns and Steelers.
Under
45.5.
I like the under in that, but nah. I like the Browns more. 45. I low key like Dylan Gabriel. I think they play really well.
We've got this is a good game. The Jags and Seahawks. Jags are at home, 1.5.
Yeah, that should be a good game.
Favorites. 46.5. Yo, all right. So hear me out. Could you audible maybe to over 39.5 in this game?
Over 39.5?
So the line is 46.5.
I don't know though. Jags and Seattle's defenses are really good.
Dude, come on, man.
I don't know. No, I'm not changing it.
They just put up 31. Well, I guess they put up 24, but they put up 24 on the Chiefs, man. The Chiefs have a really, really good defense still. I don't know. You go with your gut. Don't let me get your.
I'm going with my gut.
Go with your gut.
My gut. It's the KBTs for a reason.
There's a whole lot of crap at 1:00 after that, and then we got at 4:00 we've got the 49ers and Buccaneers. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, that should be a good game.
Bucs are at home. They're getting 2.5, so Vegas is basically telling you to pick them. 47.5. I actually like the under here. Under 47.5. For that one, I'm probably taking Tampa Bay at home though, if I had to imagine. And then the Sunday night game, as Kyle alluded to, is the Lions Chiefs. Lions at Chiefs. Chiefs getting 2.5 at home. Over under 52.5. That's a lot of points, man. But it's It's a Lions game. So, we got 2 Monday night games. Why are we doing that? 2 Monday night games. We got the Bills at Falcons. Bills are getting 3.5 on
Bills
the
should
road.
probably bounce back, I would think.
I would
Even
imagine.
though Falcons are coming off a bye.
Yeah, I'd imagine that game's going to be at 7:15 p.m.
That was a game I was considering, but I don't know, man. I like Falcons coming off a bye at home. I couldn't do it.
I'm taking Buffalo on that one.
Even though I think Buffalo's going to win, but I don't know if Buffalo's going to cover the spread.
And then this one's probably going to be pretty good. 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Chicago Bears at the Washington Commanders.
I think Commanders win that game.
Yeah, I mean, probably. Who killed the Bears, Kyle?
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels killed the Bears.
Gonna do it again.
He's gonna do it again. So yeah, I like the Commanders. Got the Texans and the Vikings are on bye this week. They will not be playing football in Week 6. And that is our Week 6 preview. God, we've been going for 2 hours already. Let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah, no, we gotta shorten these podcasts. We're gonna try.
I don't know. I kind of like the extended time. We've been getting some good. We can get some. Good
I don't know.
commentary
I'm hearing from reviewers. They want to more short and sweet.
Who's that?
I'm hearing it from the people, from the viewers.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
What are you, Chris Collins?
Yeah, I know. I was watching a video on him from earlier. Some guy does a really good impersonation of him. He was like, "Oh, I don't know."
I don't know, Jim.
All right, give me your one more thing, Kyle. We'll put a bow on this episode.
One more thing, real quick. If you recall, during our preseason podcast, I did pick all the games. The website saved my picks and updated them from the first 5 weeks. So the first 5 weeks are now accurate for what happened. And I went through, did a little adjustments, and I wanted to say my quick preview for the rest of the season right now, based on what.
So wait, you're telling me that the games, your picks for the first 5 weeks changed to what actually happened, and then Week 6 forward is
and the rest of the picks stayed. However, I did go through and adjusted a few teams.
So what's your record? Do you have your record?
What's happened? No, I don't know what the record was because they didn't save that.
Boo.
Whatever. I'm just kind of glad that it saved in general because I just went through. The only teams I changed their records based on what I saw. The Colts I adjusted now that they're good.
Okay.
I think the Ravens I adjusted now that they're bad. The Bengals I adjusted now that they're bad.
Oh, so you repicked
the Cardinals, which was a team I was high on.
You're telling me you
repicked
Week 6
I repicked just
forward.
these teams. Yeah, but the other teams I kept what I had them at.
Oh, so
AFC, I'm just gonna say the playoff teams.
I'm taking this with a grain of salt.
I did a little adjustments. I think it's fair. I think I'm allowed to adjust.
All right.
Quarter way through the season, I did a little adjustments.
Do you?
Anyway, here we go. They're pretty similar to what I had for preseason, if you recall. So Bills are the 1 seed at 13-4. Jags are the 2 seed at 11-6. 3 seed Denver at 11-6. 4 seed Steelers 10-7. 5th seed Patriots 11-6. 6th seed Colts 11-6. 7th seed Chargers 10-7. And then notable misses of the playoffs are the Chiefs and the Ravens, both at 9-8.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, I'm going 9-8?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Here we go. Then we got in the NFC, 1 seed Eagles, 2 seed Lions. If you recall, I did have the Packers, but they're also in the playoffs. 3 seed Bucks, 4 seed Niners. So basically same division winners, except Packers and Lions swapped. Then 5th seed Commanders, which I believe I had. 6th seed Packers, which again, I guess Packers Lions swapped. And then 7th seed Seattle.
Okay.
And notable close playoff teams are Falcons at 9-8, Rams at 9-8.
So you still have the Rams out. You're still out on the Rams.
I still have the Rams out.
I don't know if that's a good take.
I don't know. I think Rams are out.
It's a bold take. I'll give you that. But
bold take. I think Rams are out.
Fair enough. All right. Milo, one last thing, Kyle. And I'm going to give you a little bit of homework going into Thursday night because you're going to be in attendance, and I want you to look for this. I would like for you to look on the sidelines. Look upon the sidelines and let me know if you see a man wearing orange gloves. It's got like gloves all the way up to the forearm. It'll be orange, thick gloves. Do you know who that is?
No, I don't know who that is.
So that man is, quote unquote, they call him Father Time. And this man is in charge of signaling to the entire media operations, whoever's doing media operations at the stadium at any given NFL game, when to go to commercial. So the NFL, for those of you who don't know, is contractually obligated to have 16 commercial breaks during the game. They try and do their best. I think it's been better in recent years. I think in the past it was kind of really, really crappy. Like they've just cut to commercial for no reason. But, when injuries happen, timeouts, natural flows in the game, they're supposed to pause and go to commercial. The goal of the man in the orange gloves is to adhere to those 16 commercial breaks. So you'll see him going like this, where he's like rotating his arms and like doing that. That signals to the officials that, hey, we're going to go to commercial. When you get a chance, stop the game, stop for 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes, 20 seconds, whatever it is. And then he will, actually, no, I think it's either puts his hands up to stop, and then I think he winds.
Oh, I'm gonna take note of this
to stop. So yeah.
One thing that was funny was when I went to the game week 3 of the Rams game, my sister was like, "Why are they stop playing all the time?" And I'm like, "Jane, this is when they do the commercials."
Yeah. So this is why there's all those commercials. So you'll probably be able to see the guy with the orange gloves easier, but there's also a man with a green hat, and he'll be next to the man in the orange gloves, and the guy with the green hat is he's employed by the NFL, and he's basically his only job, Kyle, believe it or not. He gets paid to do this. He gets paid to be on the sidelines and watch NFL games, and his main job is to watch the man wearing orange gloves to make sure that he is doing his job. Isn't that crazy? He gets paid to watch that guy go like this.
Look for this. Yeah. I'm very excited.
I don't know what sideline he's on, but there's one guy. He should be noticeable because he's in orange gloves. And I just recently watched a video about this. So the next time I'm at a football game, I'm gonna look for him. But on Thursday, I want you to do the same and see if you can spot him.
I will look for him and report back next week.
Awesome. All right, well that'll do us. That'll do it for us. Great show today. We'll be back in week 6 to talk all things week 6 next Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As I said, Kyle will be in attendance at the game on Thursday night between the Eagles and Giants. So. Are we gonna get some freaking videos this time? I think since the stakes are lower, we'll get some exclusive stuff on picks. But I guess the next time I'll be at a game, we'll get the whole.
Well, at least get a video of the man in the orange.
Yes, if we can get that, I'll be happy. If we can get that, I'll be satisfied at least. So, all right, that'll do it for us. Thank you guys again for watching or listening. If you're listening to this on Spotify the next day, and with that said, we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.